Good morning, traders. There's a lot to talk about in this market. We got a lot of movement. The SPY actually ticked up after hours, now starting to leak a little bit. Tesla 3-for-1 split. Amazon has some news out there. We're going to take a look at some of these uranium plays. They've been making big steps on up. We'll see what happens today. Come find out all the live trading action right here. You don't got to go anywhere. And please do me the favor, start us up. Hit a like if you guys enjoy the live trading action.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
How fast can I get them? Let's go! Sound the alarm. Bring on Ryan. Let's go. Let's go. Fired up today, guys. Like always, ready to get after it in this market. It's been a good couple of months for me. It's gotten so good these last 2 months that I've normally I take like a month review and hadn't done that in the last 2 months just because it's been that good. So that's when the getting's good. You got to just keep on going and focusing on execution, because eventually there's always the down wave. And I will let you guys know when I do get into that down wave, and you guys will see it. I'll do what? I'll start protecting my capital when I get into that down wave. But when there's the up wave, and if you're a good trader and you work on a process, there will be these up waves. That's when I think you really got to take advantage. Use your system to give you that nice uplift in your equity, so that when you get that next down wave, you don't go back to that old prior move in your equity, and you stay in a linear path on up. That's what we're all looking for. Let's go towards it. Ryan, I know you got a lot of stocks. I could take a look at some right now, but I'm going to go to you first. And then, of course, we'll have the penthouse suite man joining us in a little bit. Sometimes we have to get him up. We wake him up from his slumber because he stays up late. We have
he hangs out with the cool kids. He hangs out with the cool kids, and if he has extra time, maybe he'll hang out with our community.
He doesn't have a bedtime like I
do.
So.
We'll see what excuse he brings us today. The one thing I will say here, Mitch, is be careful. You don't want a sword of Damocles situation where you're waiting for that other shoe to drop. Got to be able to make sure that you pound that momentum. When things are going well, keep doing it until it's not going well. Don't try to fix something that isn't broken. But that's a discussion for another time. Let's go through the list. Got a bunch of stocks on watch here today. First one that we're going to talk about is LGVN. This is Longeveron. We've traded this before. Reason I'm bringing this up is we have an exclusive story here this morning that their heart disease cell therapy poised to secure a European patent. So unsure how far this is going to drive them. They are popping a little bit here. We've seen this stock really make huge runs today. So at minimum, it's worth keeping it on your radar. It's in case the volume starts to pour in and this starts to set up. We could have a pretty nice mover on our hands right here. Gotta say, the lists that we've been making in happy hour have been bussing, and it's no different again here today. We had Nerve yesterday on the list. We had an absolutely monster day. Shout out to Rippin' DT. Dan really called this thing perfectly. Said earlier that this thing could go to 7. It actually went to 850. He's been spot on with some of these. So I'm not sure Nerve is done. We're going to keep that on watch for today. Next one is drug. We had a lot of fun with this yesterday. We were getting high off the drugs apparently, and this is the stock in question. Now it looks like we started up here in the pre-market again. Really, what's going to be the tell today, whether or not this is going to be in play, is the volume, as always. If we get that expanding volume here right out of the open, some of those big orders crossing the level 2, I would expect this to be fairly busy today. And if we can get through that 240, especially on volume, we could really have some fireworks and some tradable setups here in this name. Other one here that was on my list from last night was CAV-L. This is actually on my list from the night before. We did get a little bit of a grind up yesterday, but we're getting a pop on gigantic volume here today. Went as high as 190. Currently hanging out around 174. Last spot it stopped at was 177. As long as we can hold this 165 plus area, I think this stock probably wants to go higher. Right now, looking at this, I would expect the volume to be pretty good when the market opens. Of course, we'll wait and see if that's the case, but that's kind of my gut feeling here. And again, I think if we move through 177 and then 180, there's a shot at testing that 190 spot and then maybe two after it. Again, with this, if we take a look at the daily chart here, you can see that this stock is no stranger to popping and in fact dropping as well, but we should definitely have some opportunities here today. I think if we take out 255 might be in play, maybe not all of it today, but we'll wait and see. KAVL, KAVL. Another one here is going to be AVYA, right? We had this on the list yesterday, and the night before we had a great afternoon pop on AVYA. We didn't have much going on in the morning, but if you were patient, as some of the traders were, that really popped here in the afternoon. If we can clear out this consolidation area that we're in, a breakthrough 131 to the upside, look for this to get a little wacky as well. 140, 150 maybe could be in play here. And then one more that I'm going to take a look, just kind of keep my eye on. I'm not necessarily going to be in a rush to trade it, but this also came from the happy hour show in the evening from Joe, one of our really, really good chartists. This is SFL. This is SFL Corporation, and this is really, really intriguing because this break here of what's called this 1160 right here, this to me represents a decent entry on a swing trade. I think this could probably see 15s if we break this 1160 area. If we go to a weekly chart and we zoom out, you can actually see how far back to 2009 this 1160 support resistance area goes. So on the daily chart here, it looks like we're really trying. When we pushed up into this area, we stopped there. We're coming back. Now it looks like we're going to try to go through there. We'll see if we get through there on the second time, on the second try. This potential swing trade, if it can go through 1160. So we'll keep this on the back burner as well. The other thing that we got yesterday was got news that Japan was going to go back to more nuclear power, and that sent the uraniums going crazy. So of course we have quadruple U. I would look for this move to continue. I'm not sure how long this is going to last or how ferocious some of these moves are going to be. We might have got the biggest move yesterday, but we're going to keep these on the back burner and watch them. Triple U here. This had a huge move yesterday. I want to see how this trades today. Shout out to UEC. This would be another one here. This is kind of more of a baby stock here in terms of the uraniums, but still a pretty good opportunity. I want to watch this one. And then of course, CCJ. So it's going to be those three names that I'm watching predominantly, although I'm sure other uranium names are going to start making the rounds on Twitter and through chat rooms, so we'll keep an eye on those as well. Finally, we're going to wind this out here with some movers tool here. It's definitely worth noting Snow, one of these beaten down software names, down from a high of what, 425 plus. They actually had better than expected Q2 EPS and revenue guidance yesterday. So stocks that have been severely beaten down that end up posting good numbers have really traded well. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. Stock closed about 160 yesterday, currently at 191. So up 31.5 points here in the pre-market session. This might be interesting for options. I'd be curious to know if Zunaid's going to try this one out of the game, right out of the gate. We'll watch and see if this gives us an opportunity. But Snow, this has been a darling software company, severely beaten down. Great print here and popping here this morning. Let's run through the movers here real quick. We do have a couple of these penny plays that I'm just going to avoid. This one here is KPRX, trading higher after Ladenburg-Thalmann initiated coverage on the stock with a buy rating and a price target of 650. Now, the price target here is pretty interesting. 650 is a ways away from the 22 cents we're at, but I don't know anything about Ladenburg-Thalmann, so if anyone else has any type of context on that, I'd love to hear it. Not going to put too much stock into that. SSY, this actually looked like this was going to be pretty good through two, and since I started talking, this has really busted through two. So what I want to do is wait for this to settle now that we've kind of got through that key level. I want to wait for this to settle down, see where we find our footing, and then use that data to make a better trade. We already talked about CAVL. That's one that we're going to be watching. Moho, this is one that we've traded here before. It's another one of those penny plays. Again, I'll probably avoid this given how much is actually moving here today. VacTech is up today. This one also, key level here is going to be 6, right? Anything below 6, I think we're probably not going to build and have an upside trade. If we get above 6, maybe we can. This is really carved out a range here up to about 7. So there could be some pretty good trading in here, especially for scalping. We'll watch VACC. And I think there was just one more. EasyFL. I think we talked about this one the other day. I might be mixing this up with another ticker. Yeah, I think actually I was. I think that's probably it. We talked about drug. That's already on the list. That about wraps it up. So we got a good 10 stocks here to watch right out of the open. Had a lot of movement. It's been a great week, been a great month, as Mitch was saying. So we're going to have our hands full yet again here today.
Awesome. Appreciate that, my man. Definitely going to take a look at snow here in a moment. I'm going to start off with plug here, though. I am looking for the breakout of 32 bucks on this one. Looks like a little bit of flagging on the 5 minutes. I'm playing on the equity side in the pre-market. My average, I've got a few fills here. What's my average? About 31.30. So it is a bit higher from that. So wait for a pullback. The reason I took it is because you can see VWAP is right near 31. And that's what I'm kind of basing my trade off of. But I do expect a breakout of 32. And I'm actually, here, let me put in an order to be a lunatic. I'm actually going to add some at 32.09 break. Let me just put that order in here. 32.11 is the highest I'll pay. All right, that order is it. Cool. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to keep an eye on. Already got some shares in that one. Again, 31.30 is my average at the moment. That's on PLUG Plug Power. Let's just check out snow here for the time being. Wouldn't be surprised if it breaks 192 to have 200 be kind of like a magnet. And I know snow typically does have some options come in, and when they do, they're usually correct in terms of their direction. But you can see 200, a little bit of resistance here. We've already cleared the 180 resistance. I do expect 200 to be a magnet. So I'm definitely, actually, let me go ahead and do this. Why are you? Okay, that's a lot of buttons that I'm pressing. Okay, let me not do that. Let me just go ahead and take out BBBY. I think we're done with you. Meta, we don't care about. And let's just go ahead and add snow there. There we go. Cool. Let's go ahead and check out the usual suspects as well. There is Tesla. Let's see if it... Why am I spazzing today? I think I spaz every day, but I'm trying to figure out where my Tesla is.
Well, it's split. So you have all those lines from 800 that are on there. Tesla's reflecting 3-to-1 split today.
And of course, this is where I need to be at. Thank you. I was like, what is happening? All right. Well, then, that's definitely going to mess with me a little bit in my psyche. But I'm curious to see if that 300 level ends up holding as a psychological level. You can see here yesterday, obviously with the split today, I understand that. But with the split, you can see, I believe that's 900. That was it a 3-to-1 split then?
3-to-1 split. Yep.
Okay, there we go. You've got a little bit of support there at $300 level. Let's see if that $300 level holds as well. Let's set an alert right there. Is the chat laughing at me? All right, come on. Come on, Jim. Come on,
They're
Jim.
laughing with you. They're laughing with you.
Is that what it is? Okay, all right, just making sure.
I think so, yeah.
Sure. Look, it's one monitor trading today, okay? Tesla, $300. Let's see if that acts as support. Then, of course, you've obviously got to break out above 304 on that side. AMD, $91. Went ahead and held as support yesterday. You can see it also held in after hours. I've got an alert set for 90. Has not given me a chance to go ahead and buy some at that price point. We'll see if it also wants to break above 94. If it does, I do believe we can get at least 95 on this one, but it all just depends on the market itself. On Nvidia, I haven't played Nvidia in quite some time, but I don't think today's going to be the day for me either on that one, so I'm going to skip that. Let's check out the Qs. Qs 315. If it comes down to 315, I'd be interested in going long to scalp some stuff there. And then above 319 or 320, we can possibly try to get some more puts just as a little resistance play. But for now, the only dip buy I want is the 315 on the Qs. Let's go ahead and check out the SPY here. On the SPY, 315 worked out yesterday as resistance, as you can see. And then, of course, we are up here above that on pre-market. Oh, what a beautiful resistance area right there. I may or may not try to donate more money by playing SPX. Like I told you guys yesterday, I lost about $600. So we'll see how today goes. I might take a step back and not trade as heavily, just because clearly it is not my profit strategy to play while I'm at the hotel. It just doesn't work out for me. But 415 on the SPY. We'll see how this area holds. You can see clear resistance at 418. So if it does try to get to 418, I think that's where I can go ahead and get some SPX puts and have some hopium on that one. And then let's see if we've got anything else that I missed out on. I don't think I did, but I think we can go ahead and check out Apple. Expecting 170 to be resistance on Apple, and we'll see if it wants to come back and test that or not. If it does, we can go ahead and grab some puts just to scalp it. And then, of course, someone mentioned, yeah, you already talked about LGVN. I don't necessarily, I'm going to follow Ryan's lead here on that one. I was hoping for $5 when he was talking, but I don't know if it's going to come all the way down to 50 cents. I don't know what the average true range on this stock is necessarily, but shout out to Zoltan.
If it came down to $5, that would breach yesterday's intraday low. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. So yeah, shout out to Zoltan for getting that exclusive. The man works very hard for what he does. And that's kind of pretty much all I have. Is Mitch back? Looks like he's in the background if he's ready to come back yet or not.
Yeah, the one thing I will say here, Jim and stuff, pretty much dead on here. This is an August tape, so there's no reason to go throwing a bunch of risk on, comma. I think this thing's waiting on the Fed anyway. I would agree with that. I think there's probably a lot of traders on the sidelines that are waiting to see what direction we go with Powell's comments, which don't happen till tomorrow. So remember, the Jackson Hole Symposium does start today, but we don't expect Powell's comments until tomorrow. I think that's what the market's waiting on largely here, Jim.
Yeah. Trying to see if there's anything else that I like here, but that's kind of pretty much it. I looked at Peloton, but I don't think that's near $10 anywhere near it. But yeah, look at that. Wait,
yeah.
Didn't it just gap up yesterday?
Yeah, so I mean that's the thing. Like
earnings?
Peloton released earnings, it was poor. They crashed right back down to where it was yesterday.
Gotcha. There you go. Well, if Peloton gets to 10, that could be an area for you to scalp a little bit, maybe 40, 50 cents on that one. But I did hear a big loud noise. That usually means Mitch is back, and there he is. What's up, buddy?
Loud noises. That's what I bring, baby. Let's go. Ready to get into it. I'll take a look at some stocks out there and see what's moving. Let's dive on in here. So what I'll be watching, the first one up is SoFi. It's definitely on my radar again. I did get stopped out of the rest of the shares that we had yesterday. Didn't want to actually lose on the trade there, but took some first profit. So I'm going to look to see if we get another step up here. Do I expect it to kind of rip? No, but I also think that, yesterday everyone was watching this, maybe a little bit less people watching now, and all of a sudden it takes off. So what I'll be looking for is a move up there through 675 going to 7. It does have a gap up on the daily that it could come up to try to fill. And so I'm looking to see if it can start making its way back on up. 2.7 will be an interesting level. We'll see what happens here. Also, oil names, right? Exxon Mobil, man, I wish I would have grabbed it into the 94s because it just gapped on up. We've been looking for this 95 move for so long, but up there now to 99.25. Of course, this has been kind of like a good 4-day run, so we could see a little bit of a pullback in oil today, but it's just been an absolute monster. I don't know if you guys went over through the kind of uranium stocks, but definitely taking a big step up also. So keep these on your radar today. LEU, UEC. There's a lot here that you guys can watch. URG, another one. A lot of these are cheaper names, but keep them on your radar. We'll see how they perform. Cleveland Cliff had news yesterday about 75 tons, $75 ton there, increase there. And so look for steel to get a lift today. I'm going to look to see stocks like X. They were strong yesterday. Also, Nucor. Nucor, actually, I actually like this daily setup a little bit better probably than all three of them, just because you've been kind of pulling on back here. Now you get this little curling action. You also got a couple of kind of highs here to look for the break there. So above 140.50s is really the level that you can start watching for. And so that's what I would be looking for in a move in NUE. A move back above this 140.50 could get it starting to move back up and going back towards the highs there. We'll see what happens on Nucor. Remember, this one was just a while back here in April, was all the way up there towards 181. So could get some lift today. We'll see what happens there in Nucor. All right, we'll see what happens there. Party, yes. It's setting on up here now, guys. I'm really kind of watching this. I think we eventually get a run. You guys know I've been actually even saving. I even have some soundboards that I've been saving for the party when we're actually in the party. But for right now, I'm just keeping it on watch. Keep the hourly on Also, keep a look there. A move back above 225 can start getting it hot. I feel like there's a lot of people loading in this thing around the $2. And then you also started seeing different catalysts put out there about their costume and how they do so well in Halloween and things like that. I think these are just literally kind of fluff pieces that are out there. But are they fluffing the stock? Yes, they're putting it into more people's eyes. So I do think that this eventually gets a big run. The question is when. Like always, we don't know. Neither will you. Neither will someone else. But it's something to keep on watch to see when that run happens. Or if maybe you're kind of more of a risk taker and you want to take it now, that's up to you. All right, we could take a look at some other stocks. Tesla is going to be definitely one to watch today. Of course, the split coming into play. So above 304.50s, that's what I would look for on the upside on Tesla. If Tesla drops fast, look for Ford and GM to drop fast here. These have been holding on up, and a lot of that is the Tesla action. Tesla drops, I think the market drops also. We're also stuck in an hourly sideways trend here on the SPY. I talked about this on pre-market prep, but we need to get above here, above the 417, let's say 417.50, closing up to 418 to see the upside. Downside is through the 412s. Until we get really out of this range, we have to be careful with trying to play continuation moves. This is why we've had chop the last couple of days, and you're probably not seeing continuation moves, is because the overall market is just chopping sideways. When you have sideways consolidation, those are going to be the hardest days to trade because the chop will be present. When is it easier to trade? When the SPY or the overall market is in a trend, either upwards or downwards. It really doesn't matter, but what matters there is the word trend. All right, we'll see what happens on out there. Be careful out there. Also, I saw T-Doc getting some lift from the Amazon news, so you can keep on watch on that. GDRX also getting some lift off of that. Not really stocks that I trade, but just putting it on the radar out there. All right, what else do you guys have? Any stocks you guys want to talk about here?
Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to see if there are any new tickers that anyone in the chat wants us to kind of take a look at. We can check those out. But I'm gonna try. I wanted to pay attention to the VIX because now that I'm trading the SPY, but again, can't do that with just one monitor. But that's definitely something that I want to pay attention to. Would be the VIX to see where that's going. Let's take a look at the SPY here as well. A little bit of it's below VWAP, so that's interesting for me. If it cracks below 15 and wants to come back and test the 415, I'd be interested in going short. But for now, that's kind of like the only area I'm looking at. You can see that's the March 8th low that we had back then. But obviously, we've been much, much lower since then on the SPY.
One other stock that we should take a look at real quick. We don't have to do it right now. We can just kind of watch during the day. BLDP, that's Ballard Powered Systems. This often trades along with Plug, which is of course is having a morning. So I think you might get a sympathy trade here in BLDP. It's one about $8.50. Would love to see a break above 870 or so here. One more to keep on watch.
Plug on, guys. If Plug is moving, I'll be looking for FSIL to get that move, right?
Yep.
So look at that one. And also the one that I interviewed yesterday. We'll see if it moves today. Blink Charging had a really nice day yesterday. ChargePoint had a really nice day. EVgo, does that trade continue? Keep your eyes on those stocks. Definitely getting
Blink
some lift on up. Yeah, Blink looks good there. EVgo looks good. ChargePoint, they're all kind of moving in the same direction. We'll see how these kind of continue to move and get the lift or not. Here it is. The bell is here. Time to trade, guys. Let's see what we get. ChargePoint coming up there a little bit right out the gates there. It's not a bad one to keep on watch. All right, I'll go to Zunaid. He's probably usually the quicker trader in the morning, so we'll see what happens there, if we take a trade or not.
Yep. We're already in Plug, so we're in Plug at 3130s, waiting for a breakout of 32s, and we'll see if that happens or not. I'm going to give this one a little bit of room. I'm going to go ahead and give it about $30 or so. So if it wants to come to 30s, I'm going to go ahead and grab some more. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put an order out to buy some at $30, and we'll go 15 cents. So I've got that order out there on Plug. Giving this one some space.
X has made a big move already from the pre-market, so I'm taking a look at some steel plays right now. Trying to find something that's off the bottom on the daily. NUE was the one. Let's watch that one. Problem with the NUE is the spread. Spread is wide.
Took some AVYA here for a break above 131. We'll see if this gets going. This has been working for me so far, so we're going to go back to it. Going to have a real tight stop in this in case it doesn't take off, though.
Let's see where that one went.
There we go, through 131. 133 now. So, come on.
Microsoft just downside.
SPY just coming down fast. Probably the catch up to, oh, look at Nvidia spiking here. I'm telling you, this market loves to play the illogical plays. There's no reason why Nvidia should be spiking here.
Took AVYA off. That was a real quick scalp there, but I'll start the day with that. Nice little start.
Way to go, bud.
See if you can get it stopped at 35. We'll see if it gets through there. That's your next setup. 142 would be your spot after 135.
Plug finally back above 31.
Semi's getting some lift today. We'll see if they come back.
Bought some more plug here. Average price 31.22.
A nice little red to green on plug. It went right towards the kind of support there.
There goes AVYA through 35.
3050s, nice support right underneath it.
Tesla right around 300. Bounce from 300. Give you 50 cents. Let's see if it gives you a point. Option chain looks a little weird and funky, so I'm not going to touch it.
All right, you guys throw up stocks if you guys see anything moving well here.
Want that plug power to break 32. Want it to break 32. What I'm going to do is I had that order to buy some at 32, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that since I already bought some shares with my average price being around 31.22s, I think it is. What is it? Let me check here. Yeah, 31.22s is my average price on plug at the moment. I'm giving it to a crack at 30. Waiting for a breakout above 32. Apple launched. What did they launch? What did Apple launch? To the upside, there it is, 169.50s on Apple.
So funny when you see the SPY take down, you're seeing Apple up.
Yeah, well, Apple and Tesla seem to be the ones that have kind of helped the SPY stay up as much as possible.
And leadership is actually up right now. That's the weird action that you're seeing right now. It's almost surprising to see the SPY down.
Oops, sorry.
Tesla is still pulling here out of the open.
That's what's dragging. I was wondering what it was, but Tesla's still essentially up for me on the daily, but it's still coming down here now, and that's what's dragging that move in the SPY. So what I'll look for is a forward short here. Looking at to see if GM and Ford are going to get weak. Not going to make the move immediately here. I mean, that usually isn't the right move there, but Tesla leading down there gives me the idea. Also, I could short Lucid here also, but you guys know I'm going to try to stay off of Lucid because I should have been in at the 18s. Shorting here is just asking to get hurt and then being upset because you're like, you look back at it and you're like, well, I mean, you wanted it at 18. You took it down at 16. RCL, reopening trade, not looking too bad there today. If you're looking at the cruise lines, probably Hilton getting some lift also. You can take a look at that maybe to see if there's a reopening trade. going well today. Airbnb trying to take a little bit of a lift. Keeping them on watch there. Snow coming down here right out the gates. What's ARKK doing? Kind of sideways, trying to make up. But I will tell you that majority of it's in the green. So it looks like a growth type of day. So if you're seeing some stocks come up, that could be it right there. T-Doc going down fast, though.
Mitch, Party's got a spot there at 215. They're unable to really take it higher than 215. Big block of sellers there at 215 as well. So that's going to be your first spot on Party. We'll see if it can actually take that out. I'm not in it.
Remember the levels that I've been looking at, 214, 215 area. That's really the level where I've seen the majority of the volume go in. And so it's volume profile that you're taking a look at. And that's what I would say. Yeah, if it gets above that, goes towards the 225s, you probably get that spike, but we'll see what happens now.
Drug getting high to the upside.
Yep.
Drug
broke above its pre-market highs there.
It's Kalu when you need him.
It's also above yesterday's
intraday high was 260, so we're above that too.
Look at you guys. She like this. Who said pullback? 35.
Tried some drug here at 269 for a break above 270. They're on 270. Let's see if they take it. Through. Okay, that was cool. Out drug here. Nice little scalp.
Let me put the 3 charts up for you. Soxel, nice push there. Drug, I'll put it in the middle here.
275, drug more highs.
Okay, XOM continuing here. I'm liking this pullback for HUSA. Oh, INDO is another one that I wanted to keep an eye on today.
Drug at 280s now. That thing's strong out of the gate here. Definitely figured that this one was extended, especially after the day yesterday. We're up 42% right now on drugs. So took my gains early. Keeps going here. That's all right. What I'd really like, to be honest with you, what I'd really like is a pullback here, maybe 250, 260 area, and wait for it to set up again. Consolidate a little bit after the pullback and then move towards highs. That'd give us a really good setup here. Savage, I was just trying to scalp it. Looks like you're doing a really good job with the hold there. You're up 60 cents right now. This thing going to 3 for sure. It looks like it wants it anyway. They brought in a big bid there at 290 that got eaten.
Just took a little bit there of INDO. Want to add on pullbacks here?
Plug hold in at the moment, still in the trade. 31.22 is my average. I might buy some more at 31.09.
Plug, how's that doing?
Yeah, 31 is what I'm hoping for it to break. Unfortunately, it's under that at the moment. Again, I've got room till about $30 on this one. Not looking pretty though.
Saw FSL coming down there. I was wondering if it was going to bounce or not.
Okay, so Jess, so you're looking for a pattern there on drug. The first pullback on the 18th, I think that you mean August 18th, was at 10:15. You're looking at the 15-minute chart. Yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about. So you're looking for that pattern on when it actually pulls back. This should be good here based on that pattern. We should be good here for another, what, 20, 30 minutes.
All right, guys, going to take half off of INDO. We're already getting a good little push up here. Going to try to take half off at 68s. Orders out there at 68s. Just quick type of trade here, INDO, just trying to take some good profit. Just took profit there. Half off there. It's already up there to 11.78s now. We got in from 11.44. Could we get through 12?
Real quick, let me take the screen to answer this question here. I'll use INDO as the example. Duke the Fool is asking, what's Ryan looking at when he talks about big bids being eaten? Is he serious? Yeah, I'm definitely serious. What I'm looking at is exactly what you see on the screen here on the right-hand side. I'm looking at this, what I call the active trader tree. Thinkorswim calls this active trader. I call it a tree or a ladder because that's what it reminds me of. And effectively what I'm talking about are large numbers here in the offer or large numbers here in the bid. So sometimes you'll see the price push up. They'll bring in an offer like right here. The biggest number that I'm seeing is 50. That represents 5,000. So they'll bring in a bid under the price, and then the offers will end up eating that. They'll end up pushing it back down. Watching this flow back and forth will often give me an idea of what's going on here. This is called your level 2 or your time in sales, and normally you can see that in a broker. So Duke, I hope that answers your question.
5,000 shares going through there at 11.56. Be careful, it's pulling back now.
Man, AVYA, more highs here. This is wild.
Might get a pullback to 11.25. Just be careful. INDO is a fast mover, guys. I wouldn't recommend this for a beginner.
Yeah, that shook me out the other day, Mitch.
That's just really fast. It's almost like it's definitely faster than your everyday stock. When you're getting 50, like this went up almost $1 in 2 or 3 minutes. So at $11, that's a big move. I'm right now watching because I might just stop out because the pullback down is a little bit. It could be tough to hold through because I would get into the red there if it went to the VWAP.
I'm going to take a chance here on BABA. Let me tell you exactly what my fill is. 95.44 on BABA. Cracking 95, I'll be out.
What's keeping me in is a longer term 5-minute chart. Has a pullback to 11.30 and then a breakout above. If it can hold here at 11.50 and then push back to 12, we're golden. Here's that pullback towards the 11.30s that I was talking about. I could add here down. I would add probably 11.25s and hold right here off 11. See, the spread is opening up there about 25 cents. You gotta be careful in a name like this. I could add here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect myself because for the volatility. So I've already taken some profits. I'm willing to risk those profits on the trade to stay in it right now in between the volatility. If I add there, I can easily end up in the red today right off of that. Versus pushing that, I'll try to give myself break even for the day and look to see if this can push. So you see here on the 5-minute, if you scroll back here, there's a high here, a couple highs, that last high right there. It should hold the pullback towards the VWAP and get that next step up. But like always, you never know. The only thing you can do is look at the charts. For me, it definitely shouldn't break down below 11.20s, even though we got wicks there. Bunch of volume coming in here at the 37s and 40s. What else is moving out there? Basic materials leading us today, guys. Which
Juniper
one?
moving on rumors. Just scalped Juniper there.
Juniper news. All right.
I still think I like AVYA though. That the Juniper thing was just a scalp. The AVYA though, this looks like it wants to keep going. This is on my list. 147 year high there. Huge seller there that they're taking. I don't know. I mean, this to me feels higher here. They're taking. Oh my God. 148 more huge size there.
Yeah, on Apple, the closer you get to 170, the better. Daniel.
$148, huge size at 148 on AVYA. We'll see if they pulled it off that spot. We'll see if we come back there. Love to see a pullback and some consolidation in this name.
There's that move in HUSA. I was looking for a move above 5. Nice little move above there. Went to 510s. Now I'd look for 5 on pullbacks or 496. It's a nice little level. I'm looking on HUSA. Look at the daily levels. As you start going through, it would be a nice move if it could get to 550 today. First stop is going to be that 531.
All right, I bought some more BABA here. My average price is ugly. Let me tell you exactly what it is. Oh boy, my average price is 95.52. My latest ads were at 95.12. So I'm right at break even now on BABA. And all right, now we're in some money here. Let me go ahead and sell some. All right, just sold them at 95.79s. I've only got 10% of my share size left, mainly because I've already had a shitty week and I've got plug power in the red here as well. So just kind of managing my risk.
KAVL took out that 175 spot. There was a huge seller there. Took it out, yanked it right beneath it. They put a little bit more back here, but it feels to me like KAVL might be going higher here from 175. Long here at 175, stop at 172.
I'll put yours up here in a second, but you can see the $95 spot was my ultimate risk. If you broke that, I was out. You can see you got yourself a beautiful bounce of almost 80 cents there. Actually, 80 plus cents, and it worked out for us. But I am out of the BABA trade. Wasn't the best execution. I should have waited for that 95 better. That's on me, but we got out green. I'm okay with that. Let me put up yours, Ryan.
I'm right at the stop here. Up there it goes. They just bid. Wow, that was so fast. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. They brought in a bid here at 175 too. They just lost it. And so this feels like it wants to go higher here. 175, that big spot on KAVL. They keep refilling it too. And they keep popping it right back to 175 KAVL. Got to think that this falls. It's been a couple of wicks right up to this level here. See if they end up taking it higher here.
You need to close above 175 to give you a bullish engulfing look there on the 5-minute for you, Ryan. So you got 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. I'd like to see move above 175. Out of the plug.
I'm out of
pull
plug.
the plug.
Ultimately,
You pulled the
I would love
plug.
to wait. I'd love to wait for the 29.50, but to be honest, it just has not been a pretty day. Oh, actually, let's see how much I'm down. I'm down about 200 on the day. Would have been a lot worse if BABA didn't work out in my favor.
KAVL, I probably gonna right back up. This is the problem when you don't actually set hard stops and you deal with mental stops on a stock that's moving around quickly. My stop here is supposed to be 170, 171, current 170 ask. But every time that they've brought it down here, it pops it right back to that 175 spot. Now they brought in an offer here at 170, so it looks like this is probably going to go lower here, probably going to stop out here.
Still in this INDO. I'm just battling here, focusing. This is such a fast mover. When you got fast movers, you guys will see my eyes don't even go back to the left-hand side. I don't even look at the camera because what matters here is the money. Keeping a close eye. What do you guys got moving out there? Looks like utilities getting in the red. Healthcare right back down. Yesterday it was the leading sector for a little while. It's right back down there. So just be careful on healthcare names.
Yeah, Z Digital, KAVL, very, very wiki here. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. It feels like it wants to pop. We've seen this stock act like this before too, where it gets a key level taken out, they bring it off the key level, and then they just ram it right through after they shake out all the weak hands. I don't want to be a part of those weak hands, but if it keeps selling off, I don't have a choice. Got to keep the losses small in order to stay afloat in this game.
Those paper hands, man.
If that's what it is, that's what I got, Mitch.
Hey, paper better than red. Paper hands.
KAVL, really what I'm watching here is this formation. I think if we end up losing this, it's probably done. But we'll see.
What are you seeing?
Me?
No, someone said that INDO has a long bear bear pennant or bear chart. Long bear flag.
Bring it up.
Don't see that.
Show us up, Mitch.
No, that's not even close to it. Like I
see. I misunderstood there.
I'm like, I don't know what you're seeing, but to each his own, I guess. Seeing things. Technology's still up. What's up with tech? Solar names not having a bad day. Semi. I know we had that big push in Nvidia. Is it still pushing? Wouldn't you think it? Stock that has horrible earnings goes up.
Nvidia?
Yeah, horrible earnings. I mean, this stock, Ryan, is now trading at 170. It had EPS of 50 cents. If you take a look at that, that's trading 80 times the earnings in Q2.
Yeah, they had some scary notes about gaming demand being lower. They said that they were unable to measure the Bitcoin demand, which I find hilarious considering Bitcoin is just absolutely destroyed since from the highs. I think that's fairly clear. I think that's the understatement of the quarter, probably.
About to get out of IMDO. It's coming down fast here. I'm out there. Break even on the day so far. I took profits there for about 30 something cents. Now we come and take a 30 cents loss on the rest of the shares. It's just break even. I gave myself the shot for the 12 rip. If it would have ripped at 12, we would have been done for the day. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. All you can do is set yourself up. Set yourself up for a nice move. Look at INDO. And the important thing there too is getting out too, right? Because if I stay in there, now it's 1090s. It could easily be 1075. And then now I'm losing money because I'm pushing, right? So we took profits into the 1170s, 1175. Now we take a loss there and it's okay. I gave myself the shot for it to come back on up, and that's all you can ever do.
Looks like I got in the wrong stock here. AVYA, which we did play here this morning, more highs here, 155, 156. Oh my goodness. So clearly we got that running. Party still unable to break that 215 spot. I'm still waiting on
Party can't do it.
Here.
I'm going to go short. I bought the Qs. I bought the puts, the 316s at 262.
Tesla's coming
My
back.
My stop loss will be above the 317.10s, which is 20 cents away, unfortunately.
Snow, nice volume. Still talking about the drug. Trying to get through 3. Hard turnaround there on the 3.
Okay, AVL through 175 here. Let's see if we can actually get some push. 177 is the next spot with some size here. And they yanked it back down through 175. This again, with these wicks here, feeling like this really wants to go. 180 is probably going to be the next spot if it can push through here. Currently stopping at 177. We'll see if they end up getting it through there.
Spy
Feels
pushing strong. This cop action is just killing. It's just killing trades. That's what it is. Time to sit back, relax, enjoy a Nutri-Grain bar, and not take trades until we get a direction. We are not trading in direction. We are trading in chop. And what should we expect? Chop.
You have entered the chop zone, Mitch.
That's the truth, and that's why I'm going to wait. Right now, I think it's almost prudent for me to not take trades until the SPY or the Qs pick a direction. If we're just going to be in sideways consolidation, you're going to end up just giving up money. And
SPY looks like it's trading up here. It looks pretty strong out of the open here.
Yeah, it's just playing within the range. It's just playing within the range. That's all I see. Down moves, up moves, down moves, up moves, but nothing above 417, nothing below 412s. Look at the hourly. It's going to show you a lot of what's going on.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and be done. I'm going to go ahead and flip long here, close out the puts for a loss. I'm long the Qs on the equity side because I can't do this options things right now. I'm long at 317.14, currently trading at 317.10, so you can get a better price than I did. My stop loss, I want it to be 316.50 break, but I know how it kind of wicks a little bit, so I'm going to give it some wiggle room. But I am 1 for 3, so I've lost 2 of my trades so far.
KAVL on average trades 1.77 million shares of volume. Already today, it's traded 22.7 million shares of volume. To me, it seems like the action's there. It seems like it wants to go higher. They keep stopping it here, though. So we'll see. Yep. Jay Rice, I think you're pretty much spot on with that. With these splits, I often look for them to move down right after the split. That's what we're seeing here. I'm sure Tesla will bounce, but I think that you're probably right. Retail buying for the split, institution selling it to them.
All right, there's a move to the upside on the Qs. I'm going to go ahead and sell half my size here at 317.60s, 317.60s, half out. All right, there we go. Q's moving on up. That's an easy 1-to-1 risk already met, so we took some out. If it gets in the 80s, I'll take another leg out.
All right, taking KAVL off here. This is unfortunate. Really starting to drop here. The big bids that they're bringing in are getting sold into. Wouldn't be shocked if this turned around at some point today, but I don't want to hold through a pullback now. We continue to pull back further here. So your first stop is your best stop. Even when you think it's going to work out, it might not. I want to keep my loss small as opposed to playing on hopium and have that loss turn into something I can't manage. 150s now on KAVL. Nasty pull here. Just couldn't really clear out that area. We'll see if it ends up setting up again.
Took some more out on the Qs on the 80s. Now we wait to see if we can go ahead and get above 318s on the Qs. But make sure you scale out, take some profits, because you never know when it's going to come right back on inside. I'm sorry to hear that, Shannon. Hope you feel better.
Blown out knee. That sounds, Shannon, that sounds awful. I'm sorry about that.
Guys, I'm calling it. I'm long there. Just got party. 7,000 shares at 216.
Oh,
There
it
it
broke
is.
that, huh? It broke that 215
Dark
spot.
pulling action here. Look at that jump in volume. It went from 35,000 shares on this 1 minute to 141 in less than 2 seconds. That's dark pulling action. You can't know this unless you have access to the data, but I can tell you right now, that's what you call dark pulling action. Party. I'm part of it. Let's see what happens now.
If anyone's still in BABA, I mean, Jesus Christ, sometimes I sell so quick. I sold it for an 80-cent move, and now I just gave a $3 move. God bless. But hopefully, you guys understood the reason I took the trade in the first place was that $95 bounce. And now it's just moving its way towards the 99s. Wouldn't be surprised if it touches 100, like it's playing tag.
Just a lot of volume right here at the 217s. We take out the walls that are there. There's 3 or 4 walls of 110. Look at that wall there lining up. You have a good method of taking a look at that wall, Ryan. I don't know if you're into a trade right now, but that party wall at 217 is just insane.
Yeah, I'm actually watching it right now. If you want, I will show you. So if you want to bring it up here, well, this is what we're talking about. The way Thinkorswim works, I think this is kind of stupid, is it when there's a whole bunch of bids, it only fills in the ones right where you're next to. So we have a bid ask here of 215 by 216. When this 216 gets taken out, you'll see the wall that Mitch is talking about. There's a gigantic amount of sellers here. I think something like 80,000 sellers here on party. I haven't traded this yet today, but I'd be interested in this. We could go 2K here if we end up doing this. So you can see here's the bid. That this is a fairly big bid. You can see it's about half the size when it moves up to 215. Here's the sell wall at 216, and there's a bigger one here at 217. So what Mitch is waiting for is for 217 to get taken. Sometimes what will happen is when it moves up to those huge walls, you'll see the time and sales just get flooded with stock here with new volume. That's what we're waiting for here. That's going to eventually turn into a huge volume stick.
Yeah, I want to see some of that dark pulling action happen again also. So where shares are not getting filled here on the time and sales, but yet you're seeing the volume just start ripping through the roof. We'll see what happens here. 217 is that level that I've been looking at. 214 to 215 has been where a lot of the volume came in. And I think that's where the bulls are sitting between the 214 and the $2. And if you look at the daily, this will also give you that insight. I'll show you guys that on party. Is look at the daily. Look how right underneath it, where is the 9 EMA running through? It's running through that 196 and the $2. So for me, that's kind of the support right now. And if we could make a move towards these highs, which is 267 and 265, that's what's going to give that big breakout look. But one thing that also note, up 1, down 1, up 2, down 2. Let's see if we get that up 3 here on the dailies.
Born, you were saying that is stupid Yan. I think you meant Ryan, and you just left off the R, but I'm not sure what you're talking about. So let me know.
Probably that it doesn't show you the.
Yeah.
Probably that.
It's probably that. Yeah. That's good. Good call, Mitch.
It's probably what it was. I'm not sure, but. All right, LXU adding to my fertilizer position. You fertilize that grass, Sabrina. You get that thing up. Nah, I'm just playing with you, but it seems interesting. Chemical play. I see you. You know one thing that's really nice about this? Look at all the moving averages. Look at all the moving averages below. And what did you get here? You got a cross of the 200 going above a slower one. A faster moving one, which is I have an EMA 65. That's for trade soldiers. I've been using that a little bit more. Normally it's a 50, but you're getting the bullish crossover. You know how a lot of people talk about the death cross often, and that's when the 200 cuts below it. You're getting the 200 to cut above it. So that's actually a real bullish sign there for LXU.
Mitch got me fins up. You Dolphins fans are hilarious. They're going to be good this year,
baby. I won't even say it. You know what? I'm nice to Ryan. I won't say it. It's okay. We won't talk about it.
What? How bad the Bears are? Is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah, I didn't want to get into the
I
conversation.
mean, I'm well aware. I mean, the Chicago Bears.
I know you're well aware, so it's kind of like putting salt on the wound. We're not gonna put salt on the wound. We'll look for Fields to get better. I think Fields can get it going. What do you think about Fields? Do you really trust him, Ryan? Do you think?
Not yet. No, I need to see. Show me. Everyone in this town was so quick to try to run Mitch Trubisky out the door.
My boy Mitch.
Fields is a fumbler, and until he shows me otherwise, Justin Fields is a fumbler. That's a huge problem for a quarterback. Now that can be worked on. That can get better, and he's the type of guy that can get that done. Exciting when he runs. Got a really big arm that we saw in college. Haven't seen it yet here in the pros. So not sold until I see it. That's for sure. Matt Nagy really set this organization back probably a decade.
Lots of volume there. Someone put 41,052 shares at 215. Holy cannolis. If I had that position right now, let's just say the sweat would be real.
Yeah, party pulling back here.
40,000 share position. I honestly don't know how these institutionals and like money managers handle positions that are that big.
Well, they're not there. It's not their money, number one.
That's probably what it is, Ryan. I don't know about you, but I would be shaking in my in my boots with a 40,000 share position.
Come on, Q's waiting on it to get to the 318.50s. Almost got there. But hopefully you guys made some money on that long.
Steelers? I'm down for the Steelers. Getting a big pullback here in the party. Looking like it rejected that 217. We'll see if it catches the bid here at 208. These are
Plug
206.
Plug might be trying to curl. Really holding 30 here. Maybe this can kind of turn around and make a move towards the highs here. I would say on a trade here, the out would be 29.62. Low a day break here intraday if you take this trade. Looks like this wants to curl though.
206. Anything below that, I'm just going to get out on party. I can always come back. One thing I'm not going to do is lose big on a name like this. If I lose 10 cents, I'll take 10 cents.
Yeah, Nept. Who was that? Beach Bum Trading. Yeah, Nept running up again. Beach Bum, great spot here. Nept has been on our list for the past several days here. Morgan Stanley stake, obviously drawing in some buyers here. Really, what I'd like to see is 375 come down, and we could really get nuts here if that happens.
Drug with some tight consolidation on that 3. I don't know if you guys have talked about that one, but definitely tight consolidation. Cause M.
Yeah, it was on the top of the relative volume scanner here. This is a penny play, but it looks like it's trying to bust out. Do I really want to play these penny plays?
Slow day today, man.
Yeah, maybe try some here out of boredom. This is probably going to be a mistake.
I love snow, says Khalib. Is that because you're still in it from yesterday or you're in it today? Let us know, Khalib. And why do you like snow? Yeah, I mean, the 40,000 could be shorts covering. Who knows, really? Did come in there really fast. All I can see is that the order went through.
Stopped out of COSM. I knew that was stupid going into it.
Hey, shake it off.
ABYA. What's the
Shake.
stock that I have better experience with or better luck with anyway?
Tilray getting disrespected. They announce good news and CGC runs off and they stay flat.
Yeah, Nvidia is ripping hard to the upside. It's past the previous high of yesterday's session.
Good Lord, this market sometimes. These are the types of moments that I go back to my finance and I pull out those finance books and I just light them on fire. It doesn't make sense. Just light them on fire. Have yourself a little bonfire because that's all they're worth. All those books that colleges made me buy. Fire in the hole. Just pick them up and burn them. Tesla, we coming back up yet? Not yet. Interesting day indeed. Remember early on we talked about how the leadership was kind of in the green, the SPY was heading down. It was just weird. And you got that quick reversal. A lot of that more than likely coming from the leadership. Meta up 2% today.
AVYA brought in a huge seller here. Looks like this is going to reverse here. AVYA at 160.
There's Khalib. I had snow puts hoping for a dip, but didn't get my wish.
PULM $6 stock here. Looks like this is actually curling. Let me take a look at this one. A little spready. One of the things, TZ, one of the things we're waiting for here on the QQQ is we suspect that the QQQ is going to move pretty drastically based on the comments that we're going to get tomorrow. So I don't want to speak for any of the other gentlemen here on the desk, but it would be I'd just be looking for quick plays and probably not on the QQQ until we get more direction, which we expect to get tomorrow.
Just strictly in terms of day trading, I'm already in the Qs at 317, and we sold some at the 350s and the 380s, and then we're waiting for another leg to take profits around 318.30s or so if we can get this breakout above 318. But just strictly from a day trade perspective, I'm not swinging anything.
Nvidia was already beaten down with bad earnings already priced in, so it makes perfect sense that it would rebound. That would make sense if what they said is what happened in the earnings, but really what happened was worse than what they told you earlier. And so that's why it doesn't make sense. They pretty much told you ahead of time that they're not going to be able to make as much money next quarter also. They only told you that long-term upside is the auto play. Go ahead, Zunaid. Sorry.
You're good, dude. I thought you were done there. Daniel, we talked about shorting Apple closer to 170. Hopefully you took that short because you got yourself 50 points. Or excuse me, 50 points would be insane. 50 cents as it's now near VWAP. 169 is an area for support in case folks are deciding to go long on that one. There's another stock that I wanted to talk about. What was it? Damn, I can't remember now. Oh, drug. You can see how drug rejected at $3. And, you know, if you want to go long, closer to 270, 250 is where I try to get your fills for the retest of 3 break. But if you want to play the breakout, you've got highs around 304s. But for me, I'd like to try to get them around 270, 250s.
Does not look too bad there. Definitely holding up on the top of the range.
Voodoo, I'm actually down today. I took a couple of losses here. Did a good job keeping one of them small. I'm actually down $250 on the day total from day trades. So
I'm not down yet, but party's not looking good, so I might be in the red myself. Other than that,
party really broke down there.
There's the.
I'm glad you saw that, Voodoo. I'm glad you saw it.
Let's see if we recover there. Need a recovery here of the 205s and the 206. If not, I'll cut out here and take a loss on party. So we got about 30 seconds left, looking for the recovery. A wick here. If not, get out while the getting's good.
Oh, Jay, that's interesting. Cup and Handle, big buyer of the January 95 calls yesterday. $1 million bet on Crocs. I do like that Cup and Handle formation, though. That's really interesting. Let me see if I can find that here. This what you said that was yesterday, huh?
Got a battle here. Got a battle. There's the recovery candle coming in. Recover that 206 for me.
Let's see him.
They're battling here. I think all the bulls are watching the levels that we're watching right now around the 205s, 206. They're like, should I hang on? There's the recovery of the 206. So I get to hang on here.
He's talking about the January ones.
Yeah, I didn't catch him in ours, Zunaid. If you
I
see
don't know
him
how
there.
people like Crocs.
Yeah.
I can't understand this, guys. Someone
I got him
please
here.
make some
I don't
sense
get it
to
either.
me.
I don't get it either. I think
I
Crocs.
don't get it. I don't get it, man. I just don't. This is like Skechers being up here. It would just confuse the hell out of me.
Hey, Voodoo, I'm profitable now, you hater. I'm going to take some more profits here on the Qs
Wow.
at 318.30s.
Zunaid's a little salty.
Yeah,
It's
he
okay.
sure is.
It's all just fun.
Nept possible move through 350.
It's the option life, man. That thing makes you swing like crazy. I can't do the option life. I don't know how you guys do it.
I prefer stock, to be honest with you, Mitch.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm in way more control.
Options are a siren song in my experience.
I suck at them, so I'll just be as honest as I can be. I'm a swinger. Yeah, swinger in life, swinger on the stocks. So the biggest thing right now in TikTok is all about shrinkflation. I saw some headlines this morning. What do you guys think? Have you guys been seeing some shrinkflation out there?
My TikTok is not that educational.
Yeah, your TikTok's a different algo. I know.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, that's not it for me.
That's why you catch those big D statements.
I'm sorry, what do you think is on my TikTok timeline? What?
But Ryan, you
my
seen
TikTok
shrinkflation out
timeline?
there? Have you seen any shrinkflation? Have you guys opened a bag of chips lately?
Yeah, I mean, I get the chip bags that I get are from Costco, so they're all the same size. I haven't noticed it there. But I did
Smart
notice
shopper
it in
over
a
here.
box of pasta. I bought a box of shell pasta from the grocery store. Used to be like 3/4 of the way full. It was maybe half full. The same box, same size.
Boycott TikTok. They should just shut it down. I won't be too mad, but don't tell the TikTokers that.
I am going to be mad because the COSM, the stock that I took that loss on in that pullback, now through 50 here. I hate pennies, guys. I hate the penny plays. Does it to me all the time. All the time. That's why I don't trade them. And then I talk about it, and then I see them setting up, and I'm like, oh, I'll just try it this time. And I'll take another loss. It's just, it's completely avoidable. 100% my fault.
Cannabis trade. I don't know why it was moving yesterday, but it's
Yeah.
already back down.
I'm not trying to start a fight here, but I'm with melting down here. Get TikTok off your phone. It is literally a pipeline into your personal information for the Chinese Communist Party. I would never install that on my phone. It was banned
Doesn't
for a
TikTok
reason,
though?
folks.
Doesn't TikTok hold their data with a U.S. provider now?
Do you believe that?
I mean, I ain't gonna go into conspiracies there, but I mean,
Look, I said my piece. Get it off your phone. Move on. If something happens to you, don't blame me. I told you.
You think they're spying on everything that's happening on your phone, or just like the information while you're using the app?
Yeah, I think that there's no
Ooh.
limits to the spying.
Dun, dun,
No limits at
dun.
all. By the way, NEPT trying to go through 350 here.
NEPT. All right. Man, I'm gonna have to start playing some party tunes or something to get this stock moving, because there's one thing I hate. It's just being stuck in stock, just watching. This is all I'm doing right now. Is just watching.
Yeah, you know what though, not boredom trading. There's something to be said for not boredom trading, because you can really stop yourself from incurring losses by doing that. Cave, this is our cave, y'all. NEPT really trying here at 350. Refresh seller here, obvious iceberg order. They're hitting it. It's real. This falls, I think this could pop here, and they keep bringing in bids here. So we'll see if they end up clearing out 350. Looks like this wants to go higher, honestly. They break this, we'll see. This is what scares me. Keystrokes, bank app passwords, all of it.
Well, if I had any value in NFTs, I definitely would be on TikTok. TikTok's just a joke, man. But it's for the young kids, the young bucks.
Why do you think TikTok's a joke?
Because I don't think there's any value there. That's just my thing. When people start saying that they're learning on TikTok, I just feel bad for this generation.
NEPT through. Bit more size now at 355. This size visible.
Ryan, you own Crocs?
No, I don't. Oh, you know what's funny though, Jason? So Jason's ears always burning, always burning.
He heard Crocs. He came running.
First of all, I don't think they make a size big enough to fit my boat of a foot.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big Croc.
What I will say though is we did just get the bull case on Crocs here. Someone actually brought up a very good point that I hadn't thought about. I actually really appreciate it. I'm going to try to find it here. Still watching Nept here as it went through 350. Here, Daniel, giving the bull case here for Crocs. Jason, I'd love to know what you think about this. You don't have to tie shoelaces. He's not wrong. And you can hose it down after you step on dog crap, which I can't do.
Yeah, can't do that with the Jordans. Can't just hose them down, you know.
It's your 5th biggest position. Oh, Jason, you got to come on and give us the bull case for Crocs.
Right?
Hey, they make it up to a size 15.
I'm a 14, so they have my size. I haven't been able to find it. It just looks really silly.
I wonder how many
up 35% in your
takes.
position though. Nothing there. Nothing bad there. Wow, Nept. Look at this nasty pullback.
Yikes.
Here, Voodoo and Raz, figure this one out here for me. Because I asked the people that I was with. By the way, taking a huge loss here on Nept now because I was talking while it was moving. We'll see if it bounces here, but if it moves any lower, I'm going to have to take the L. That's kind of an expensive. Jason, you owe me some money now. $200 and counting.
Before you continue, I'm just gonna say I'm out of Qs. Out of all equity size on the Qs. I only have a contract left. That's the 319 calls that expire tomorrow. But I'm all out of the Qs. Equity side, we got them at 317. Now we're out here the 318.60s. That's all you.
So Jason, he's telling me about Sinbad's. Tell me, have you heard of this? Have you heard of this place? This Sinbad's place. Is it any good?
Sinbad's. All right, let's catch up and do a little sector outlook in a second here. Guys, definitely smash the like if you guys are enjoying our entertainment today. Maybe not our trading, but yeah, that's how it is.
Trading's been really bad here.
Hey, we've been doing really good, so not going to stress it too much. One day does not make a month, does not make a week, so that's what it's really all about, guys.
All right, I'm going to get out of the queue calls now. Up 25% on those calls, so I am out of the queues. Everything, no position whatsoever on the queues. We got in at 319, excuse me, 219, out here at 265. I'm out.
All right, so here, never been. So it's not just me. It's not just me. It's not just Andrew. There's multiple people in the office that have never been to this Sinbad's place. Someone needs to iron this out. Voodoo, nobody knows this restaurant that you keep mentioning.
Got to go ahead and check it on out. I'm coming in October. Coming in
This is what I
October,
keep
Jason.
hearing. Vinny saying the same thing. Sinbad's is a staple of the D, yet none of the people that I know from Detroit have even mentioned this place. Now you guys are posting their address in the chat. Oh, man.
Who put that in there? Was it you guys?
It was not me, no.
That's what I'm
Maybe
wondering.
Alyssa?
I know it wasn't Zunaid or Ryan, so I'm like wondering, like, who's on Benzinga's YouTube? Watching party here, and I'm just gonna have to play maybe a little soundbite to maybe get it moving here, but maybe this will get it going.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party. I got a couple more too. I'm waiting for it to move.
That's all we get? Whoa, yeah.
I got some more. I got you.
It's a party. It's a party.
I like this. There we go.
Mitch loves it.
It's a party. It's a party.
We got one more too.
You got debated. You got
Oh,
debated.
God,
You
sorry.
got debated. Debated.
I have never heard of
Debated.
it.
Debated.
What the hell?
Oh,
You
that's
got debated. You got
The guy Zunaid going there. He was like, whoa, what's going on?
That was awesome. I need the song. I need a remix to that one. That was awesome.
I can, so Nicole, I can feel Ryan's anxiety. Nicole, what you don't know here is I'm actually going to write this loss off and I'm going to blame Jason for it. So I'm probably going to end up getting this money back unless it ends up going, then I'm going to have made a good trade. So
Yeah, no, I feel like you should just take a screenshot.
He caused me to not watch this trade. So I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, definitely take a screenshot, send it to reimbursements at benzinga.com. Fill out a jot form, and yeah, you'll get paid by the end of the month.
Party! Man, I don't know what I got to do, but I just want to get it going. I guess I'm lost in the sauce out here. KBH up today after, you know what happens when you get downgrades? Stuff like this.
Stock goes up.
Yeah. That's straight up. Said Bank of America, thank you for that downgrade. We'll go up on that one. Also, Lennar. Let me see how Lennar did on that one. Yeah, look at those downgrades. Bank of America. Sorry, not today. And being an analyst is a tough business.
Oh
man.
my God, I can't imagine. Being a money manager or an analyst, I cannot imagine the difficulty.
Well, I mean, it depends. If you're just, Kathy, you just buy the dip, right? I mean, you sell the winners, buy the dip. Zoom coming back? Oh, Zoom's just sideways.
Not to 600, it's not.
Oh yeah, man. That would stun the crap out of me. If Zoom even got back to like maybe 400, I would be surprised. Unity not looking too bad. It just got back above the VWAP. If you guys are looking for a bullish sense move, right? Unity has pulled back. A nice 50% retracement is right underneath it, where you saw it catch a little bit today, around 45.84s. It went down to 45.64 today. It's starting to recover there. I know Snow was one of those that everyone was looking for it to come down today because they had a big after hours move with their earnings. It's starting to push up. That could keep Unity up. That could keep Roblox up today. So maybe look for Roblox. That's the laggard of the three. Unity in the middle, and the leader would be Snow trying to lead it up. Crocs, baby. Let me take a look at Crocs. Oh, yeah, it's doing well today, man. And the daily setup is actually pretty decent above here if it gets into the 80s. But I just can't do it. I don't know why. I think I just need a pair of Crocs. I think that's probably what it is. But I've never owned one. I can say that at least.
And there you've got the 100 on BABA. It's about less than 30 cents away. Beautiful, beautiful bounce from the 95s. I sold way too early. But that's on me. I was too scared.
Yeah, I like that reversal and plug.
Appreciate that follow there. Yeah, I was just too scared to lose those gains, but hopefully you guys stuck with it and got yourself a nice move. I know somebody mentioned they still had calls, so hopefully you are able to enjoy the rest of your day.
Looking at that plug, but not much going on there.
Yeah, that plug. So 29.50 was like my risk area, but unfortunately I went too heavy around the 30s, and that's what caused me to go ahead and get out of it a little bit too early. If it gets back above VWAP, which is closer to 30.50 on the 10-minute here, I'd be interested in going long, but Q's really, really made my day today as we got in this one around 317s and we got out all of everything around 318.60s, I believe. That's obviously well above that on the 10-minute here.
Jason asking, do you guys ever show Benzinga Pro on here? Jason, I use this.
We got our scanners
all the time.
Exclusively for all of the trading that I do here. So all of the trades that I end up taking, all of the discussions that we end up having regarding those trades come from our scanner tool. We use our details tool to chart it. We monitor halts with signals, and we also monitor unusual options. So I've been trying to get Mitch and I've been trying to get Zunaid to make the switch to pro.
There's no way you just threw us under the bus. Are you kidding? You know what? Get out of here. There's no way. There's no way. How do I remove him from stream?
I mean, I use pro every day. I mean, how do you guys think I do pre-market prep? How you guys think I run with the news?
I literally talk about the score. You know what?
Throws Pierce under the bus. I absolutely
That's your name.
love it. I'm leaving that up there. I'm leaving it up there.
You.
This is too good.
I'm done with you. And then Aaron Thomas just DM'd me. What do you want, Aaron?
That's what you get, Zunaid.
It's me.
Let's keep it going, guys. We're having a good time here. Like always, smash that like if you guys are having a good time out there. Let's keep it going. Let's try to get back into the green here. Keeping an eye on it. Oh, man. Why is it going to do that to me? Party. Why? I got to stop out here. I got to follow the rules. Follow the rules, Mitchie. Cutting the party.
Jason, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling some of us listen, some of us don't.
Cut the party. I cut the party, guys. Looks like it did not work for me, so it's going to be more of a slow dance for me today.
Oh, we're having some fun today.
Only way, mashing the like.
Only way. Only way.
Mash that up. Those are the hits, Dev. You know them. You know you use those tunes. The late night tunes.
Sam, the scanner filters that I use here, it's predominantly a relative volume scanner. So key filter here is relative volume over 300%. I'm basically looking for stocks that trade 300% the average volume that it does over the last 10-day period. I also want to make sure the stocks are liquid, so I have a regular volume filter on there, over 1 million. And then I'm an upside trader, so I try to trade things that are curling to the upside. Change percent over a 1-minute window, 0.2%. There are your filters.
Hit that spam. Let's go. All right, it's time to take an overall look at this market, and it seems like it's a consumer cyclical, technology, and basic materials type of day. Let's run through it. Let's see what stocks are moving. Biggest movers out there really coming from around resorts and casinos getting some lift today. Look at this. All of them into the green. This is why I try to stay with rotation. Rotation is so important. LVS, MGM getting the lift today. Caesars win up good. That one looks actually interesting there. 4% move there. Smaller stock making a move. MLCO medical resorts and entertainment. Don't even know what that is, to tell you the truth.
High
Bally.
exposure.
Oh, thank you, Ryan, for adding that. Bally looking
So-
interesting, catching a little bit of a bid there.
Hang on a second. Jason, I think we should get like a like goal to where if we get a certain amount of likes, we all get a bonus. You know what I mean? Don't put me full screen on this. Here, let's throw this guy full screen. Can we throw Ryan full screen here? The man who throws us under the bus. Take me off full screen.
I like this one right here. We should stay with this more often.
Adjusting this. There we go. We can go with this one here. But yeah, it's like if we get a certain amount of likes, we get a bonus. You know what I mean? I feel like that's appropriate. You know.
Here, since Zunaid doesn't actually like radical candor, which is something that Jason talks about literally every time that he talks to the entire group, he talks about radical candor. I'll go ahead and do what Zunaid is unable to do right now. Jason, would you mind giving us a bit of a bonus if we are able to consistently reach like goals, since we're always asking for them and we're always trying to push our community? Would that be all right? Zunaid obviously needs a monetary compensation for reaching those like goals. So he's afraid to ask you. I'm not. So can we get that done?
Whoa. You know what? You're out of here. You're done with the show. You're done for the show. I'm putting you on stream. It's just me. No, you come back.
I'm allowed?
Yeah, Ryan's not. Ryan's done.
You know what? Zunaid's out too. I'll just kick them both out. That's what I got to say.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep it going here on the live trading stream. It's 11:37. Where are we at on the likes game? Let's keep it going. Let's turn it up. Let's catch up with this market and see if we could actually get back into the green today. SPY is just slowly but surely going upwards. Amazon probably one of those kind of really leading the up move here. Amazon making a nice move up. Google making a nice move up. Look at Meta. Meta up 3%. Why is Meta up 3%? Not really sure.
I like this. Hold on.
There you go.
This is what's important. Meta can wait. The fact that Ryan gets the most and Mitch gets the least, I'm okay with being in the middle. I'm okay with that. That's fine with me.
It's okay. I make the most with trading, so.
Oh, man. All right, so what are we at likewise?
Where are we at? You tell me.
Well,
I'm
here,
just
I got to
playing.
open
I'll
up
take
the
a look
YouTube.
here.
There's no reason for me to open up YouTube when I have StreamYard. Come on.
I got you.
You and Ryan trying to throw me under the bus with my one monitor trading from the hotel. Y'all are,
Well, I
y'all
mean,
are the
you're
worst.
saying stuff that's made up. It's not difficult to open up YouTube. You literally click the plus button in Chrome and open up a new tab. Come on.
All right, bro.
196. You guys want me to get off right now? I'm about to get out of here. Come on, guys. Come on.
So we need 400 is what we need.
Yeah, we
One
really
hotel. I'm
need
at
that.
the Marriott in downtown Indianapolis.
Sound the alarm because we need you guys smashing up that like and supporting us. Come on, get it on up there, guys. Let's go.
Taking a look at Tesla here as well. You can see, man, this split thing's gonna mess everything up here for me. Let me go ahead and fix my chart and then I'll share it.
Yeah, it's so hard sometimes.
All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and put up Tesla, get my StreamYard back on this page here. Cool. You can see Tesla trying to get above VWAP and stay above. It quite hasn't done that yet. But if it does go ahead and break above 300, I would be interested in some calls to the upside. But at the moment, you can see it's having a tough time. You've got the previous close of 297.10. You've got the VWAP there. You've also got this 5 EMA that we often use. And it's just not able to get over that at the moment. You did have some calls come in, but those were way like 5 months down the road. I don't even know what I'm going to eat for breakfast tomorrow. So I don't think that long term. But if Tesla can get over 300, I'd be interested in some calls. And especially you can see the Qs is having a great day. Tesla just isn't. It's clearly the laggard, down 0.5%, while the Qs are up about 1.5% here, almost to the upside. Let's see what Baba's doing. Did Baba ever break that 100? Yes, it did. And there's 100 on Baba. Beautiful 5 points for the $95 bounce we talked about. And then let's see what Plug is doing. Is it above 30? I bet you it's not. Nope, sure isn't.
I'm looking to see if it can make a third bottoming attempt here and then start reversing from there. It's made 1, 2, kind of 3 right now. I'm looking for a wick down towards the 2950s. and then recovering. When it comes back through that 30 would be the level that I would look for on plug.
All right, well, 350 likes is what we need from Jason. Jason, we appreciate you as well. Taking a look at AMD, this could be another one. The closer, in my opinion, you get to 96 on this one, the better of a risk reward you can have to the upside, where you can risk about $1 if it breaks 95, and you can possibly go ahead and revisit the 97s and even 100 later on this week. But the closer you get it to 96, 95 on this one, I think could be a profitable trade on AMD.
All right. Well, one of my trades that I set up this morning in the pre-market really did well, but missed it here, guys. Did not catch the steel trade. I should have known that, either Nucor or X was going to give it to me, but nice steel day there, getting a nice little lift on NUE, and it had that nice VWAP bounce. The big thing when this first started, the spread was a little bit wider than it is now. It's only about 10 cents. Good day there for steel, getting a nice lift today. So if you take a look, it's the second leading industry in basic materials. What are some other stocks that are moving on up? Cleveland Cliff, we talked about that one this morning. A nice little move on up there. And of course, U.S. Steel also getting a lift. And another one that I really like is Steel Dynamics. Look at that one, straight on up. So steel play is definitely coming back into play. Missed them today, did not talk about these moves enough. So, hey, I will call that on my end. I did talk about these pre-market, but didn't watch them into the open, and that's how it goes sometimes.
Come on.
I can't wait till we get this in pro. I've been waiting. I've been asking. I've been pushing. Jason, push for me.
I was about to say the only reason you brought that up is because Jason's watching.
I know. It's just so important.
You
it's
and
so
Ryan
important.
just out here.
I'm fighting for this. I'm
Selling
fighting
your
for this.
and your teammates. Y'all wild.
Hey. We gotta call it how we see it. And there's one thing that I say is I definitely think if we could get this feature where we can have one-page sourcing on going through from sector to industries to stocks would be a massive move that I want to see made on Benzinga Pro. I know we've made steps up in our sector analysis. I know we added a lot of really cool features lately. But one of the biggest things that I want is some sector industry analysis. And we can do it right now, but I want it all on one page like I have it here. Let's do it. Screenshot it. I've shared the screenshot, but I will bring it back up towards the team. I know the devs are working hard. They work nonstop. People sleeping. My man, John's a freaking monster. So it's not like he's definitely not working hard, but we'll get it up there. We'll get it. All right.
Wait, who did I sell first? I didn't sell nobody first. Ryan did it first.
We'll do. I got you, Jason. No worries. All right, let's keep
got
going.
Tesla moving to the upside now. And there are the Qs moving on up as well. Now, I do expect a little bit of resistance on the Qs around 320 with that whole number. Excuse me, I'm going to cough here in a second. There we go. 320s is what I expect it to be a little bit of resistance on the Q. So if you're looking to go short, in my opinion, the closer you get to 320, the better. That actually might be a place for me to go short. Just try to scalp maybe 10% or so. And of course, stop loss will be 10% to the upside as well. If you're going to trade the equity side of things, 50-cent profit target downside. And of course, stop loss to the upside, 50% as well. See if you can get 1-to-1.
All right. Well, looks like I got some work for some new dads to get at it. We're always willing to step on up. And if you guys listened in on that, one of the things that you can take from all our talk here, Ryan, Zunaid, and I, we're joking around here with our CEO, Jason Raznick. But one thing that's important is feedback there, guys. And so that's the important thing here. Giving the feedback is so important. So you guys out there, whether you're Benzinga Pro members or not, let us know what feedback you want in Benzinga Pro, and you can see it there. We're always willing to kind of work to try to make Benzinga Pro a better product than what it is right now. And like always, we're not saying that it isn't great, but we're always trying to make improvements, step on up to the next level.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If there's anything we know about Jason, is if he can do it now, he will do it now. There's no reason to wait for tomorrow.
That's for sure.
Speaking of which, can we get Qs to like 340 then, Jason? Can we just make that happen? Can you just press your buy button, please?
Let's go. Bring the dark side, and maybe you'll go. Under Armour doing well today. I don't know why, but hey. Who knows? I mean, apparel's getting a nice little lift today. Department stores getting a lift today. Remember, look at Macy's, JWN. These were really beaten down, getting the bounce today. Interesting to see stocks like that up today. It's an interesting day today. I will say that. Not what we expected to see. SPY's actually getting back above that 417. We've talked about this hourly range. Do we get into this range above? Now it's starting to really close. Now we can really start seeing that you're going to probably get some more upside continuation if it can start holding up here. Q's already outside of the range now. So that shows us more and more that, yes, you are getting that continued strength here in some of the tech names. The strongest ones today, it's kind of interesting, is from China. And Zunaid playing some of those with Baba. But JD also having a really strong day today. PDD having a really strong one. BIDU. So that just shows me right at the top, and all three of them are China stocks. Yes, China Tech having a really strong day. AMD having a really strong day. Even that Lucid popping up today. So definitely getting some big push on up. Micron up now 4%. So a lot of these bigger tech names getting some lift. Even CrowdStrike up a bunch of these. And even Nvidia, where it had a really bad earnings, it's just straight up here. All
Taking a look
sectors
at-
in the green.
You got Tesla here again, just could not get over VWAP, and also the 298. That seems to be the resistance at the moment on Tesla. But it keeps knocking, You keep putting in effort, you'll eventually knock it out. And there is my alert saying SPY is well above the 417 area. But of course, we've been trading the Qs, so we've been knowledgeable of the market movement. So far, so good. Cannot complain. I will go ahead and go through a couple of my trades. Jessica mentioned that sometimes we do that, sometimes we don't. But if someone else has a trade, please interrupt me. But I'll just quickly review my trade before I leave. I took plug power. I took an L on this one. And the mistake that I had made was taking it a little bit too early. I took it at 31s in the pre-market. I was in the money by 80 cents, but I wanted to get the breakout above 32. I didn't get that. And I knew that 29.50s would be my ultimate risk, but I just got caught in the middle and didn't have the best risk reward. If I did, I could have gotten myself an easy 50 cents, but that's the L that I took. Let's go ahead and visit Baba on this one. $95 was the ultimate risk for me just because of the simple whole number I believe it would have held. And of course, you saw 95.50s go ahead and be the pre-market lows. And so I wanted that area. And of course, it worked out beautifully. The mistake I made here is because I was scared of the loss that I took yesterday when I was down about $600-700. I wanted to quickly just get my gains in. So I only sold this one for about 80-cent profit. And as you can see, it made a $5 move to the upside. So I could have managed my win better on this one, but this one ended up being a profitable trade for me. And then let's go lastly to the Qs. I was waiting for the Qs to kind of break out above VWAP, and when it did around 317s, I took long on the calls and on the equity side, sold them and scalped them along the way. I think my last sell was around 318.60s or so. As you can see, it's about 70 cents higher than that. So I didn't get the whole move, but I'm happy with it. So didn't really manage my risk properly on the plug, didn't manage my profits properly on Baba, but I'm happy with my trade on the Qs. And thankfully, we are not down $600-700 because I'd be working overtime if that was the case. Will S2... Okay, I'm not going to read that one out, Jason. Not going to read that comment out. You trying to get me fired?
Well, here, I can go over what didn't work here today. KAVL, excuse me, not KAVL, clicked on the wrong symbol here, NEPT. So what we were trying to do here is we're trying to play this for a break of 350, okay, right up here. We ended up not really getting that break. Then Jason showed up. We started talking about all the different things in here. I took my eyes off the trade. We had a nasty pullback. I was like, we'll wait for this to come back in. Didn't happen. Talking again, pulled back again. So took a pretty nasty loss here. I blame this loss 100% on Jason distracting me from the trading, but that's okay because with this loss, we had some other wins and we generated some great discussion here in the chat. So that's the one that we lost on here. Ones that we ended up winning on. I actually did hit AVYA here. This is a pretty nice one. Nice little move up right out of the open, right off of our list as well. So we were able to prepare for this and actually hit this one. Let me go back to the account statement here. Other one here was going to be drug, right? This is 3 days in a row that we've traded drug here. We're basically just looking from scalps. We were playing this momentum push here in the morning. Haven't played it since, and look at that. We've bled back quite a bit of these gains here, so probably a pretty good decision there. It's okay, Jason. It's okay. We'll settle it next time we're around. Not a big deal. Only
All right, look,
$300
we've
loss.
got about 240 likes. I believe the goal that we had so that we could get some DoorDash was 350. So I know from the 600 of you watching, there's about 110 likes that we can get out of you. So go ahead and spam them up. Mitch will do a little dance. He's got his dolphin. Did he do an outfit change?
Yeah, you tried to put Mitch on the spot. He's just like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, guys.
Well, I don't know if he was always wearing the Dolphins jersey, if he wore that because of Jason or what, but who wants to come over and swim on Saturday? Hey, if you're playing for the plane ticket, make it Sunday and I'm there. Any other stocks you looking at, Ryan?
Any other stocks right now? No. Everything's kind of calmed down here. I mean, we'll still watch Party. Mitch made such a big deal about it. We'll still watch Party if it can end up getting back up there, but nothing's really set up. As you can see from the scanner here, really, really slowed down as we enter the pre-launch lull here. So
yeah, on Party you got to bounce. Let me put it up on my end here. On Party, you did go ahead and get a bounce at 202. The previous close is $2, so that's also the whole number. So to me, I mean, you've got a solid support there at 2. You're risking about maybe 8 to 10 cents, and you want to try to get a break above VWAP. I just don't see volume coming back in this one unless someone's trying to pump it or anything like that whatsoever. But that's what it is right now.
I'm glad. So that when it goes to the moon, everyone can blame it on Zunaid.
Isn't live trading 5 days a week? It is 4 days a week because sometimes we have all access.
Yeah, we're working on that. We've been getting the feedback. Everyone wants to try to keep us on Fridays also. We'll work on that. I'll tell you right now, we have talked with the event teams. We're figuring out how we can go ahead and at least get you guys some trading action every single day. But what do we need? We need some appreciation, of course. Hit those likes, guys. That's what tells everybody that they want more of us. So definitely hit up those likes. Drown up the stream with those likes. That's how you guys show the support for this stream and how we keep it 100% for free. Let's go.
Yeah. I told Nick that we should start at 11 because that way the trading has kind of died by then. Then All Access can take advantage of our viewers there as well to get some insights on the cool interviews that we do. You can see Apple. We talked about that 170 spot being resistance. Tried twice, couldn't break it. There's your 50-cent win. Now it's coming to test VWAP. If you're looking to go long, you want this area to hold, and this is a solid risk reward for you. Let's go ahead and draw some pretty crayons or some pretty lines with our crayons. You can see the trend is clearly up, obviously, and that's also where you want to find support if you're on the long side. But if it goes ahead and cracks below 169.30s, you may want to get out of this one, because then the trend has kind of broken from the upside to the downside. Tesla can't get above VWAP either and stay there above from the 10-minute candle. Now it's coming back down. You've got low a day on Tesla around 293.23s. And Bob, I'm going to assume, is coming down a little bit. Yep, there it is, down $1 from the highs. If you're trying to go long BABA, in my opinion, the closer you get it to 98, the better. That's where you've got the 30-minute breakout and range, and then you've also got the VWAP right at 38 as well.
All right, guys, I'm going to take a reversal style trade here on SOX S. So I'm pretty much bearish on the semiconductors, even though they've been super strong. I started seeing SOX L top out a little bit here. So I'm taking a trade on SOX S to the upside. Just got in there at 37.26. So let's see if we can start getting this back to VWAP. This is a VWAP, what do we call a mean reversion trade. So I'm not really looking for it to break out today. I'm just looking for it to get back to VWAP. That's at 38.50, ways away from here. We'll see if we're able to get it back up there.
Good call, Dan. You really been on this recently. VAC definitely looking to break out from the next leg up here. Let me go ahead and throw this on here.
Gotcha.
So VAC, we actually had this on the list from this morning, we didn't really get any good action, right? We kind of sold off into this 540 area, took that first leg up, didn't really spend a whole lot of time in here. Now we're in this next leg. I'd love to see this formation fall here. So we really need to break above 660. Looks like we're going there right now as we're talking here, folks. 660 on back. This seems to be your spot. Little bit spready here on this name. Dan, you've been on fire recently with these calls here. So I'm wondering if you're already in this. 663 is your 664 is your high print here. Looks like we're trying to move through 660 again here.
All right, trying to battle back here today. It's been a kind of back and forth type of day. Now let's see if I can really get us back into the green and end the day into the green. We'll see what happens here now. Taking my Sox S trade, so I would want to see the Qs also show some topping and pulling back. Look at the Qs in the last couple of minutes. This is what happened. So that's why I kind of started taking my chance on this reversal. It doesn't mean it's going to work out, but when I start seeing some topping action, it gives me the chance to go ahead and take that type of trade. You're seeing the Qs top out a little bit. Sox L. Look at Sox L top out there in the 19s and start dropping fast. And of course, same thing you could trade. You could do the mean reversion on a long to short down towards the VWAP also. So it's an interesting trade to watch. You should also look at some leaders in that, like MU. Would that come back to VWAP? Doesn't mean it's going to come below that, but I do think it could go back there.
Vac did try to go ripping. I'm not in this, missed the 6 break. Good discipline, not trying to chase it. I kind of wanted to play this break here too, but I don't want to. I feel like I don't want to chase, and I got to get up and go here pretty soon. So 660 here on a break on Vac. We got a high here of 670. As long as it clears out this formation, looks like we want to go higher here on Vac. Pre-market high is 685. That's probably on deck here. 695. I think 7 probably on deck here. Shelly, everything's fine with the cat. I did not sell the cat. I saw someone trying to troll earlier. Someone's trying to match your troll game. Buddy's sleeping. He's in the other room here. He was just walking around on the desk, wigging his tail all over the place. So don't worry about it. He's here.
Yeah,
All right.
We don't give up pets. We keep them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm going to head out. It's been a blast. Appreciate you, Jason, for hanging out with us as well. We will see y'all on Monday. And Ryan, I just saw your name change. I don't know if you did it or somebody else did it. But
I thought you
LOL.
changed my name.
Look at what it is now. I didn't change it to that. That's probably Mitch, though.
No, that was me. I got you.
Wow. Rude.
Take that, Zunaid.
What are we at like before I go? What are we at?
Let's see. Zunaid's like, yo, I'm out here on the penthouse. I need some DoorDash delivered. Let's go.
For real.
It's $2.89. Come on, guys. Smash up those likes.
Vouchers. Where are my vouchers? They're over there. We get these vouchers to use downstairs. Oh, man. It's great. It's awesome. But anyway,
You know
I'm
what?
out.
You saved some of those vouchers, Zunaid. It looks like I'm going to have to come over for lunch.
Hey, come on down. I got 3 left for 3 nights. I'll use them on you. I ain't worried about it. Needs to contact my agent. Yeah, we gonna get an agent on the last quarter.
I see you. I see you.
We're gonna get an agent.
Back looking to break out here.
All right,
Hey,
I'm
have
out.
a good one, Zunaid. Take care. All right, Zunaid's on out of here. Ryan's still looking at some stocks out there. The VAC.
Yep. Looks like it's about to take out 670 here, and this should be the next leg up here if this falls.
All right, I'll see if I'm able to get Success to get coming back towards that VWAP. It did make a little move there to 37.50. Maybe could have taken, 25-cent profit there. But I'm looking for a little bit bigger move. I'm looking at least up there towards the 37.80s, 38s. Take some off there and then look to get it all the way back there towards around 38.40s. We'll see what happens there. All right, it's been an interesting day. A lot of movement going on out there, even kind of some reopening trades moving. It's been a little bit all over the place, but we kind of expected that, especially with the Jackson Hole situation that's coming up.
Yeah.
That's going to determine a lot. And also don't miss 830 PCE number. That's what Jerome Powell himself will probably be watching as it hits the tape at 8:30 to see if he changes his tune of his interview that will be coming up at 10 a.m. So in an hour and a half, he has to make his decision if he wants to turn or not. So I think it's interesting definitely to keep an eye out on that PCE. You hear the Fed mention it multiple times, that's their number that they focus on, not CPI. So really pay attention to that. We'll see what happens in the markets tomorrow. We'll see. I mean, Jackson Hole trades already happened. I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe into the Jackson Hole trade. But now it's all about what you get from Jerome. Will he keep this market up? Will he say that they just need to continue to fight inflation, that it's staying sticky? Those are the kind of comments that we'll be looking for. I think it's kind of expected to hear that the Fed will stay strong against inflation, and anything else would be the unexpected. How do you feel about that, Ryan? Do you think that that's kind of more the tune? Tune
I
is
think
Fed fighting inflation, and anything other than that would be something to look out for.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the market's gonna, kind of hang on whether it sounds hawkish or dovish. And I think that they're going to try to probably anticipate if it's going to be hawkish or dovish based on some of the numbers that we see and some of the trading action that we see here. I mean, Mitch, I'll be honest, instead of predicting, I'm just in the boat where I'm just kind of reacting to whatever it is. I can't really seem to predict what they're going to do next, what they're going to say. I have no idea what Jerome Powell is going to say. But what I can do is I can prepare to play for whatever direction the market ends up moving. If we trade up, if he sounds really dovish, if it sounds really good, we'll be prepared to trade that. If he doesn't, we'll be prepared to trade that. So
agreed. That's what it's always about. It's about more reactionary than prediction. Predictions don't really give you much unless you're a big 8-ball fan, and we do got some of those fans. But we'll go ahead and get you on out of here, Ryan. I hope you have a great day today. 11 a.m. already, guys. Give us the likes that we need. Come on. Smash it on up for us, guys. We're trying to get to 400 likes today. Will we get it? That is the big question. Thank you for coming on, Ryan, like always.
No problem. Are we going to be on tomorrow or no?
For right now, I would say no, but you never know. You never know.
I'll keep my fingers crossed. Take care, everybody.
All right, Ryan's on out of here. I'm still in this Sox S trade. It's starting to move here for me. So above the 37.70 area, I'm just going to start taking some profit. Actually, you know what? I feel like I'm being a little bit too picky here. And it's just been that kind of day where I don't want to be too picky. And so I'm going to go ahead and just take some profit right there. 65s I got. So 37.65 from 37.26 puts us in the green for the day. And I'd rather be in the green for today than battle in this market. So I took a little bit of profit there. Did I have a feeling that maybe it could keep going? Yes, but I'm not going to battle today. I just want to take my green, give myself a shot to now get this all the way up there through the 38s. If we can do that, I'll take some profit through those 38s, and then moving up there towards 38.50. We can do a quarter and a quarter off. We'll see what happens here. All right, if you guys got stocks you guys want to check on out, make sure you guys throw it up in the chat. I'm trying to get a little bit of money drop here today, but we'll see what happens. Will I have the diamond hands? We'll see. We'll see if party eventually gets moving. The 8-ball, yes, the 8-ball. None other than the best way to get your prediction out there. 400 likes on the way from Greenville, South Carolina. Not a bad area, Tony. I'm actually not too far from there. I'm up in Charlotte, and not far at all. Let's see what happens there. You saw a little bit of a rechase there, and kind of glad I took some profit. So if it does come back to break even, we can get out, and we taking some profit. We're into the green. All right, we'll see what else is moving out there. Watch SoFi, says Savage Gaming. I'll take a look at SoFi. I was waiting for it to kind of make a run. It still hasn't made the run, but it is staying in the range here. Let's take a look here. Hourly range had kind of a symmetrical triangle. It cracked down there. We're looking for a move back above 675. It is starting to come back on up, so it doesn't look too bad. Looks like it just got a little bit of volume there. So it's not a bad play here. I could take a look at it. Let's see. Let's see what I can get here. All right, so I need a pullback closer towards 655s to risk off the 650 to try to get it to go back up there towards the 675 and 680s. We'll see if it kind of gives us that pullback. Still looking at Sox S also. Still in that one. Just want that one to get back up there through the 37.70s up towards 38. But SoFi does not look too bad. Warner Brothers, not a bad one to take a look at. I was looking to see if it was going to make a move above 13.75 on the daily. It did catch the bid again at around 13s yesterday. So that's kind of the level that we've been watching. It's kind of sideways here. So that's why I was calling out that 13.75. I wanted to see it really kind of close up here And that would really give us that outlook that, okay, now it's really ready to go. But hey, to each his own. As long as it can stay within maybe an inside candle, then followed up by maybe tomorrow a push back up there, that would be what you're looking for. We'll see if it can do that. Inside is what you're looking for. Just stay within this and then look for the continuation tomorrow. All right, to keep it going out there, the apes. What happened with ape? It's down there to 640. Does not look good there. We'll see what happened there. All right, let's keep it going. Let's see what other stocks are making a move. BBBY being mentioned in the chat. This just looks ugly. It's just heading straight back down. And when you see a chart like this that's just trending down, one of the things that I'll always use is a deeper time frame, and I'll put a trend line and I'll say, hey, until this breaks this trend line, I'm not even going to look at this stock. And so in my eyes, unless you're short this stock, I'm only looking that this stock is heading down. So it would need to get back, let's say, towards 12 for it to start even looking bullish. For me, this is looking like it wants to come right back down to $7, $5. And you got to be careful with names like that because it could just keep coming down. This is dry bulk shipping, and it has not been the shipping kind of environment that you expected it. I know BK, is it? I know I used to trade dries with that one. BLBS, I think, is another one that trades similar to these. So look at this. Look how that's been going down. What's the dry bulk? Is it? I'm just gonna leave it alone. I remember there's the dry bulk one, but you're looking at shipping ports, right? That's really what you're looking at. So that's what I would watch. That's in the industrials. And so we can go to industrial. We can look up shipping. Let's look up shipping here. Shipping ports. So your leaders in here. Take a look at your leaders maybe to see when these are going to actually move. Zim. Look how that's just coming down. Not bouncing at all. Kex. This one actually looking a little bit better. Like it's trying to get a little bit of a bounce there. MATX. You got, this was the one that I was looking for. Starboat. When Starboat comes back, that's probably one that I would take a look at. But it's also on the way down. Be careful with the shipping names. Zillow being mentioned in the chat. Ooh, X. X continuing. Yeah, the steel plays were a nice play today. All right, just keeping an eye out on that success is going well for me there and just continuing to work here. Now it's at, I'll give you guys the exact levels. It's at 74, almost to that 38. I'm actually going to put out an order at that 38 now as we get into the 37.80 level. We have a high right now of 86. So maybe into the 90 levels, I'll go ahead and I'll sell some out there. Let's see if I can get some into the 95 area, or 93s will be fine here. So setting up a little bit of an order into the 90s there and the 37s. If it could do that, the next move up from there will be a move to 38.17. Let's see if we can get back there. That's success. Of course, you guys are seeing the mean reversion trade that I took there. We'll see if it actually can get back up towards those highs. Got towards a high of 37.86 there. All right, keeping on going. Zillow being mentioned in the chat. Zillow is going on up, but pulled right back down. We'll see if it catches the VWAP and makes a nice move back. This doesn't look too bad for a risk to return, but let's take a look. The daily chart doesn't really have a really strong trend. That's why it's a little bit dangerous. I don't see a pattern there towards the upside, but it is trying to make a move. Drug about to moon. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look there. Drug catching a little bit of a bid there. Volume coming back into it, so it doesn't look bad. I'd be looking at 270s, 260s to hold here. It really needs to fight through the 290s. That's where it struggled. You see a lot of what wicks at the top, showing me selling pressure into the 290s. That's what you need to look out for. Success, nice trade entry. Yeah, it was right at the bottom there. I got 37.25s or 26. Yeah, 26. And I was looking for maybe a little bit of a pullback in towards the 15s, but hey, it pulled back. I like these reversal style trades. They're called mean reversions a lot of the time. And what you're looking for is to kind of revert towards the mean. In this case, a mean being an average, being the VWAP, and that's what I'm using here. So that's a move back here towards 38.40s right now. How do I get a stock checked? Just throw it up there. I got you, Mayor. I see you. You mentioned Baba and Tesla. I got you. I scrolled up there. There's just a lot going on. Sometimes I miss some stocks, but I'll always get back to it. And I appreciate you not spamming it into the chat there. So Baba's really fighting this 100. It did get back above there. That's an important level for it. As you can see, it trying to recover back. Last time we went into the momentum towards the upside, it was through this 100 price point. So if I was a bull and I was long, let's say back at 90, I wouldn't be doing anything today. I would just want it to close above 100. But on the intraday action, what are you seeing there? Okay, well, you got a nice move up. It pulled back for a second here around the 97.50, then made that leg towards 101. You got to 101.03, and then you started seeing what? A turnaround from there. So I would want to see VWAP kind of hold on any pullbacks. That's 98.15s, maybe 98, but nothing lower than that. If it starts breaking down, especially through this support, you got to be careful. That's the 97.11s. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a pullback, especially 15 minutes coming on back here towards 98.60s and 98, somewhere in between there, and then coming on back. But like always, I look for almost like kind of these 3 15-minute pullbacks, 3 candles, and then a push up. But there's no kind of rhyme or reason for it. It's just something that I look for. All right, the success trade not being able to hold really well there. Let's take a look at the Qs, see what the Qs are doing. If they're coming back towards the high of the day, we got to be careful here. And you're seeing them just keep coming down, just keep leaking. That's okay. So that's a good sign there for us on the 5-minute there. Let's take a look at Nvidia and some of these tech names that got the push up there in success today. The push up in SOX L today. And so you're seeing the Nvidia kind of turn around. We'll see if it kind of turns into a green candle. Also AMD having a really strong day. But it's not just only these plays, right? And so we got to keep on watch some other ones to see what happens here. A lot of these are up right now. How's Tesla? Tesla's still down on the day. That could start dragging. You know, eventually that keeps coming down. You could see a turnaround there. How are some of the leadership doing now? Let's take a look at Apple to see how that's doing. It's starting to try to hold here. But if it goes into the red, that's when I think we could just start really just coming right back down. And it looks like we're just kind of playing games out here. And so you got to be careful within the chop. Tesla needs to hold around the 293s. Really could push if it got back above 300. All right. Always here for you guys. You guys can always let me know what you guys are seeing or certain stocks or trades you guys like. That's what I'm definitely here for. And as you guys know, I always try to put in the work to learn some new things to bring to the stream. All right, picture when all these houses start to hit in the market, won't MTTR start running up? I mean, there's other tech, right? I'll be honest on that. I know that you like MTTR probably for their kind of metaverse walkthrough different houses, but it's not the only one that does that. That's one thing I think you need to kind of remember with Matterport. Is it a bad stock? No, it's something that I'd keep on my eyes, but is it going to come up anytime soon? I wouldn't expect it. You know, one of the things that moved MTTR was when there was a whole bunch of talk on the metaverse. As soon as that talk went away, what happened to MTTR? Well, it started getting hit hard. This was a stock that was at $1.35. It's only $4 now. So you got to be careful with a name like that. If it's going to give up that much, was the story really correct on where it's going? Or was the growth outlook a little bit stretched? Still in this success, it's not going as well. I mean, we tried to push up there towards the 37.80 something, turned around here. We'll see if it's over to hold the 37.50s on pullback here and take out the 37.80s, take some profit into the 38s and just keep it moving back. A lot of the reversal trades have been doing well for me, so that's why I took the success trade. Tilray and Hexo, not much there. Just turning back around. Every time this is coming to push up, it's turning back around. Where is it finding support? It's finding support every time around the 350s, 360 areas. That's where you find some buyers again. But is this something that I really like? Not really. I mean, Hexo is even worse. It's down towards 20 cents. And this is actually a real concerning company. Will it be able to stay afloat? It's down to 20 cents. It could easily go out of business. And this was one that, I'm not going to lie. I used to like it. And one that I'm worried about also is Akerna. Akerna is one that I really like. I mean, I love the CEO. I love what they do. But even if you love what a stock does, the story, and you understand the business, does not mean that it's pointing towards the upside. Perfect example here is in Kern. They have an amazing tech stack for cannabis players out there to run kind of their retail and take data. It's one of the best out there, but look at it. It's 13 cents now. And how have I been wanting to buy this one? I've been wanting to buy this one for a very long time. I actually created this on June 2nd, updated it July 14th, and I haven't taken a position. Why? Because of the trend line that I drew here. I do this often where if I do like a stock that's pulling back massively, about to take some profit here in Success here. Order out at 93s. It got towards 92s there. Canceling out for right now. Just took there. 37.93s there. Sorry about the chart there not being up. Just wanted to make sure I got the profits in. It's just been one of those days where I got to rush towards the profit. Now let the trade work here. So another little profit here on the next leg up. Still got a quarter left of the position now to continue working back. So mean reversion back on up. Where could we find the next resistance? Well, you look to the left. Where did you find resistance? So I would say around here was support that became resistance when you cracked through it. So that's the next level up, which is 38.22s. And then the VWAP is at 38.38. So as soon as we get through that 38.22 level, I'll go and take that last little piece off. And then this could easily come right back down to 37. So that's also in the realm, or it could pop above the VWAP, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking to try to nail the reversal back to the VWAP. All right, let's keep it going. I hope that you guys are enjoying the stream out there today. It's 11:17. We got about 13 minutes left till we get to, of course, AB on Benzinga Live. I don't know if Nick's going to be joining him, but that's our new intern, and he's been doing really well covering different areas of the market. Always great to have some extra hands to take a look at what's moving on out there. Do want to bring in some tunes now. This is normally the time where we kind of just relax and go through stocks that you guys like. What time frame was that on Success? Well, this is the 1 minute chart that you're seeing there, but I also trade this also on the 3 minutes a lot. And so you saw the bottoming there right around the 37. You saw multiple bottoms. When it clicked back up here, that's when I was starting to try to get in it. And I'll show you guys the exact level here. So you get the click back above the 37s. Then it popped up here towards the 37.20s, pulled back for a second. I was starting to see the volume come in. And I was like, you know what? I'll risk off the 37. It's like a 20-cent risk there, but we look at the VWAP and see how far that is. It's pretty far away. I mean, the VWAP now is it was about, what do we got? $1.11 away from it. So can I risk 25 cents to make $1.11? Yes, I could do that. And so I also took some here at the 45. Can I risk 25 cents to make 45? It's not a bad trade either. That's still not 2-to-1 completely, more like a 1.8-to-1 on the profits there. But even to that second profit that I just took there, that's 67 cents there. So a 3-to-1 outlook. Those are my type of trades. 4-to-1, 3-to-1 on the profit to loss ratio is what I'm looking for. What are your thoughts on China stocks? I wouldn't touch them. The big reason why is that you could always get a China rug pull, and those are going to be the first stocks that just get crushed. Now, if you want to just go ahead and maybe day trade these Chinese stocks, I kind of wouldn't disagree with that, but you're always keeping the mentality that these can just dump. Would I invest in China stocks right now? I couldn't do it. I don't think you could do it. Even if you gave me the money, I'd probably give it back to you and be like, let's not do this right now. But that's just the way that I feel. Doesn't mean that you guys can't invest in China stocks. It's just the way that I look at it. All right, Success turning around there about the 38s. We went to 38.06 there, but couldn't get it past that 38.06. We'll see if it takes that next leg up. You see how it pulls up. And another thing to follow is the 9 EMA. So you're going to see it here. I'm going to show you guys the 9 EMA, which is one of my what I really like to follow. And so you see the light blue line, right? And so the light blue line starts holding on any pullback. You get the pullback, it holds there. You get the push up, it holds on the pullback. You get the push up, it holds on the pullback. You get to push up, you want it to hold on that pullback. You don't want that 9 EMA to start trending above the price action like you had it here. If it's trending above the price action, that's showing us that it's heading downward. When it flips right back to underneath the price action, that's when you're looking for the reversal here. Very clear sign here off the 37. All right, what's going on out there? You can swing China stocks, yin and yang, you know? Yeah, you can swing them, but it's scary. I'll tell you that right now. It's definitely scary to get on those. SPY and Apple dumping. Yep, that's a big reason probably why you're seeing kind of it coming back. But I don't think this is even a dump. I think this is more like, let's get it back into the range. Right back into the hourly range and just continue that sideways chop action. Catch some bulls on the long run and now bring it right back down on them. It's difficult. It's difficult. Why did Nvidia go up today? Missed earnings, reported a weak quarter. Honestly, Brian, this is what I talk about sometimes, that the markets are not always just simply as logic. Sometimes we're going to think that, hey, there's just logic to this market. And if a stock can't do good earnings, gives bad guidance, it should go down. Well, the truth is the market isn't that simple. If it was that simple, I'll tell you right now, a lot of us will probably make more money. But it's something to keep in mind, right? So if it's negative and a negative, but it's getting a positive outlook, what could have got it to get that bounce? Well, there's also bigger factors, right? And the environment and what else is out there. So I think that's an important thing to keep on watch. And do I have a clear answer why Nvidia is up today? No. But I also have a clear answer that it doesn't need to be down. It doesn't have to be down today. It already dropped in the after hours, right? So that could have been the drop there. And now you're seeing a little bit what? Reversion to the mean, similar trade that we talked about. It could just be a push back up, and then eventually it comes down crashing. All right, we'll see what else out there. Does that have anything to do with the chip bill? Yeah, I mean, it helps it, but it's not the chip bill that's getting it up today. I would not think that's right. You're dang right, Mitch. Glad I had puts. I mean, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to, like, let's say if you were having puts on this and you saw the stock going up, but it's still relatively down big. It's hard to stay in those types of trades on those puts like that. So I understand why you're confused, just like I am. And I always tell you guys when I'm confused in the market, I think it's an important thing to recognize. Even myself that has been trading for 6 years now still gets confused in the markets at times. Even someone that has studied a ton about technicals still gets confused sometimes. So what does that show you? Is that this is not a 1 year type of game. This is something you got to continue to build the skills to be in tune with the market. Times you'll feel that you're out of tune. You got to protect your capital. Sometimes, like let's say that Nvidia trade, why did I not trade that to the upside? Because I didn't understand the trade. And if I don't understand the trade, I'm not just going to take a trade just to take it. That's the wrong thing to do. Because now you're trying to kind of just give yourself some risk to something that you don't understand. We want to be working with things that we do understand, patterns that we like, patterns that are repeatable, and that's something that we can be what? Objective in and not subjective. That's the hard part. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get that spam on out of here. Let's go back to the charts, and I'll stop talking overall about the market here. I'll just get into some stocks out there. I know that I gave more psychology talk right there, but that's just how it is, right? I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of psychology talk in trading. All right, let's put on one of my favorite tunes, The Weight of Sound. You guys know it's my favorite song. Actually, I might put you on something that I'm going to be hearing this weekend, but let me put this one on first, and then I'll let you guys know about what I'm doing this weekend. I'm actually going to be going towards a concert. I don't know if you guys have heard before, the Lumineers. Do you guys know the Lumineers? I'm going to be seeing them this weekend in Charlotte. My wife has been waiting for that for a really long time. I'm a big fan of their music also, so it's going to be pretty fun to check them out. All right, let's keep going. SPY continuing down there, and Success getting up there. I missed a little push there towards the 17s. Remember, we were looking for the 23s, the 22s. So let's look for it right here. If we could get the spike into 38.20s, I'm just going to take the last little bit off. Here's 38.18s. Couldn't get it through there. It just rejected there for a second. I'm going to try to get it up there. Orders out there. Can we get it to the 38.20s? Remember, we got in this at 37.26. That's almost a point on the shares. Come on. 38.15, 38.17s. It's not doing it. Canceling the order for right now. Gonna give it one more chance here. That's about 15 seconds on this 1 minute candle. If not, I think it pulls back below 38. So I'm just giving it the chance here. If not, I'll take 38, wherever we're at, really. Pulling on back there. Next candle's coming here. We're going to go off the 38. If it cuts through 38, we'll just take the rest. Trying to hold the pullback right now. Let the music take control. So you can see the bid here. You see how it's battling here? I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me make it a little bit bigger here. There it is. So these are 38s. We're going to look for that to hold. The 90 EMA is right there. So look for that to kind of catch, get right back up there. If not, I'll just take the last little bit. Looking for a recovery at 38 here. 15 seconds on this candle. It's cracking. I'm just taking it out there. Sometimes you get those wicks. I got out there at 37.92s the last little bit. Could have maybe battled to try to get it up there towards, maybe it was a little bit picky, but 17 cents isn't going to make that much of a difference on a fourth of those shares. And we did get the recovery, so it might have gotten a little bit emotional there. And it's okay. Either way, take the profits. It's okay to take the profits and run. If I'm missing just a little bit there, 0.8%. It's not a bad trade there. From down here to there, where we're at, that's still a 1.79% trade. And what are you going to get? Another 0.8? I'll take it. Not a bad trade there. Success. And what does that do for us? That's what I call money. Let's go. Green Day. Green Day here. Let's go. That's what it's all about. That's called battling there and getting that money. Phone call there, and I didn't want to get a phone call. I was just trying to make that money. Not a bad one there. I'll take it. Take it when we can get it, right? I mean, it has been a battle today. I did get a loss on party. INDO was kind of like a break even, but hey, not a bad trade there on Success. Do you normally use option volume when day trading? No, I don't. I personally don't. And I think that some other traders use it more often, like maybe the put to call ratio, but it's not really something that I take a look at. Mitch, semi. Oh my God, who's calling me? Just blowing me up. All right, I have to hit that again. Sorry about that. Semiconductors closed near a strike. I took straddles, watched the 1 minute, and saw areas of support being broken. I'm green today, sir. Thank you for your input. Love this channel. That's what it's all about for you, Brian. All right, all good, Mitch. I'm riding socks. 40 calls, $2.17, September 16. Back in from 510 sell 3 days ago. Boom. Nail that up, Will. All right, do you buy stocks? Yeah, I'm always on kind of an equity base. I'm always taking common stocks. I don't take those options. I just don't mess with them. For me, I'm trying to look at patterns. I'm trying to look at systematic trading and nailing trades like that. Party did stop me out today, but if I didn't stop out around the 204s, I would just still be losing and kind of be stuck into the trade. So glad I cut that one. INDO, we caught a little bit of profit, but look what happens if you hold on to a trade. Very easily, if I would have held on to this trade, I would be in a world of pain, down 7%. versus cutting it and getting out of the trade. All right, last thing I want to do is play a Lumineer song as we get on out of here. I'm going to be checking them out this weekend. I'm excited. Definitely excited. What are we going to play? Let's see. What should we play here? All right, let's do... All right, there we go. Hey, what's my average size? Well, Teresa, we kind of try our best here to kind of leave those out. The reason why is, Teresa, one of our main things here on Benzinga is to try to not to be like those other day trading streams where they're just like kind of focused only on the results. We're trying to focus more on the process. I could give you my average size. It's not much. I'll tell you that. There's certain times I'll give it to you, but definitely KV catching that. Know the song. Knight, you know this one? All right, we'll see what happens on out there. The SPY pulling on back there. Looks like they're getting some chop action, and I'm bringing the tunes in here. We're going to get you guys over to Benzinga Live now, guys. I'll get you guys on over. Let me just make sure that we got our redirect set there before I get on out of here. Like always, keep battling in the markets. We never know if we're going to be in the green or the red. The only thing we can know is how to battle through it. That's what we're here on Benzinga. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Check out Benzinga Live up next. What are you guys going to get? Trading Tesla options after the stock split. Go check it out. AB getting into some Tesla options. I'll see you guys. Take care, guys. Keep battling. I'll see you guys a little bit later on Stock Market Movers as we keep battling and always get into the expert opinions to keep you guys in the informational edge.